my Wadawurrung language, I say good afternoon. Hello, my name is Billy J, and I'm a proud Wadawurrung man. So a little bit about myself. I was lucky enough to recently, last year, be asked to design South Barwon's first ever Indigenous round jumper, which is a huge honour. I've been lucky enough to design a few other Indigenous round jumpers locally. But the story associated with the South Barwon jumper is obviously just showcasing the story of the football club. And I'll now just talk about what each symbol means. So obviously the eucalyptus leaves, they were used in ceremonies as part of cleansing and welcoming you onto country. The dots honour the past greats of the club who are no longer with us, showcasing the impact that many people had on the club to make it what it is today. The hilly mountains, symbolising hilly and mountain country around the region of the club. There is many high parts of country which were vantage points in the landscape where we had 360 views of country. The black swan is featured prominent in the middle, whose name is Kunawara in Wadawurrung language. Emu footprints, this resonates so hardly on game day. It's sharing how emus can't walk backwards. It's about contest to contest, battle to battle, not taking a backward step at any moment through the game. Learning from your mistakes and moving forward to rectify them. The water is symbolic to represent the Barwon River. The symbols down the bottom represent the coastal dunes of Wadawurrung country. The handprints on the back of the jumper honouring the volunteers to represent them and know that their work doesn't go unnoticed. And also the meeting place at the back represents the club as a meeting place where people come together.
So it's BJ O'Toole just explaining the significance of the South Barwon Indigenous jumper. It is an absolute cracking design and they do wear it quite often, this jumper, and of course we're at grand final day last year. Wearing it at home today with their white shorts, Leopold in their traditional green and gold strip with the green shorts. It was great to catch up with BJ, who is a very proud Wadawurrung man. His mum, Karina Eccles, did the welcome to country on Thursday night. It was absolutely fantastic, and looking forward to a cracking clash this afternoon. Birchie, back down to you.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit concerned that white jumper is going to get absolutely caked in mud. It's a mud pot in the middle there. It got chopped up last week with the rain, so yeah, you won't get a hard ball unless you get your hands dirty today. That's for sure.
We've had some wonderful feed from KFC today.
Always well and truly.
Get well looked after there. The habanero hot and crispy, getting to KFC today and taste that is an absolute cracker. But we need to just have a look at the KFC X poll.
Oh yes, it'll be 50-50 today.
No, it's not. It's 2-1. South Barwon Leopold, 68%, 32%.
Arthur hasn't had the relatives out during the poll.
So on the KFC X poll, have we had the toss of the coin yet, Birchie?
Yeah, South Barwon won, and they will kick with the 8 of the breeze.
As opposed to last week when they kicked into it against Geelong West and found themselves best part of 3 goals down at quarter time. Winner and margin, let's go around the panel. Birchie, for you, please.
I think South Barwon, it's their opportunity to take down the Polders by 18 points.
Thank you for that. Laurie Hill, who's our executive producer, went and got our KFC today. Who's winning today, Loz? Leopold by 20 points. He does like the fact they've won the last 7 straight.
Yeah, that helps.
In this clash. For you, Jace?
South Barwon by 3 points.
I'm going to tip Leopold by 7, and I'm going to throw to Matt Kershaw, who's got the pendulum in front of him
back
for the first time.
I know, everyone's been waiting for it, and it's back. Everyone is excited.
Hear the music.
It's a little bit flawed, though, the pendulum, but it's back. South Barwon 107 in the positive and 54 plus in the defensive columns. That gives them a total of 161 for a plus. Divide that by the 5 games, Jays, it's 32 points. Considering they played North Shore, I'm taking 10 points off. They win by 22 points.
Off by 22 points. Thank you for that, Kirsch. Matty Kershaw in the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. We need a Breakwater Meadowland head-to-head very quickly.
We do. Let's go the key forwards here today, and let's see what they can do. Let's see what Matty Caldo. Let's go Matty Caldo. Yep. And at the other end, who's going to be the goal kickers up there, you reckon? Let's go Connor Giddings. Let's go them two. See what impact they can have on the game.
Both have got 15 goals for the season between them. Good to see that I think we've nearly had an adjustment to the AFL Barwon or the GFL leading goal kicker, because Sam Burke actually leads it.
He does.
But it's got I think he's got Tommy Higgins leading at the moment. Hasn't he become a bit of a cult? Well, we've made him a cult.
A little bit. No Jimmy Botsaris, but...
Yeah, first quarter action thanks to Harvey Norman. Here's Jace.
Yes, Callett gets it down in first ruck for South Barwon. Ball spills out towards centre wing, handball. Didn't really come on the up there from Brislade for Leopold. Falls to the back of the pack. Lions inside 50 against the breeze. Giddings punched away at the back, and it was a good punch away as well. Came from Stevenson for South Barwon. They've got the numbers at the fall of the ball. They can get away. Ethan Boris, nice little chip kick. Cunningham takes it at half back. And one of the Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchups I'm looking forward to is Todd White against Marcus Thompson.
Yeah,
that
nice
is going to
one,
be amazing. Goes out towards centre wing with the breeze off the side of the pack. Williamson got it back towards half forward for Leopold. Now Marcus Thompson inside 50 going towards Giddings. He can't quite take the mark though. Stevenson was right next to him. Falls to the front of the pack for the Swans, but they've got the numbers across the half forward line. Leopold, the handball came away again, goes towards Williamson off a step. Short little kick was good and just narrowed his focus there. Brought his eyes down and found Nick Ash, and he'll shoot for goal from 25 out directly in front.
Well, probably the smallest bloke on the ground. Jace takes the marks inside forward 50, and both sides the best nearly in the competition for marks inside forward 50. So they've got plenty of movement, Leopold, and they can cause some damage with their medium-sized players.
So Ash, 25 out directly in front, into the breeze, keeps it low, has to keep it very low, and nearly touched on the line and missed it anyway, and 3 for 1 behind. So
just touch off the mark.
Touch off the boot, yeah. So he did keep it low there.
Bit too low.
Way too low. Leopold 1 behind. South Barwon yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard.
Starkey brings it towards our broadcast half-back. Harris Jennings over the top of Connor Wiedemann. Couldn't take the mark. Ball at the front of the pack. McLean was there. Chance here to try and barge his way through. Ash got a handball away. Wall, second gamer, handball back. Williamson tracking it towards the boundary line and seeing it out at true centre wing. And they put one behind the footy, Leopold, as they kick into the breeze here.
I think they're just manipulating it at times through general play. So I don't think it's a permanent. They're just manipulating.
So Harry Wall, he made his Queenscliff debut last year after playing in the twos earlier in the day. Finds himself back at Leopold and making his senior debut last week. Boundary throw, and the ball's got out the back of that ruck contest. Thompson knocked it away from James. Handball Ritchie over the top, taken by Burgess. A high floating kick to half forward. Pitcher is his target. Spoiled from behind by Lockie Wiedemann. Going to get a free kick though, I reckon, over the shoulder. Norm Douglas, who's 45 metres away, has paid that free kick.
Not on Norm's watch.
He's come back into the middle of the ground. It's a shank off the boot. Ritchie had to wait for it to bounce. Confronted by 3 Swans. Got a handball away. Cunningham knocked it away. Chance here for Ash to pick up. Was able to jam it on the boot and by 20 metres. Coming out and meeting it nicely. Handball from Watts. Williamson out the corner of his eye. Saw Wall. Wall had to wait for it to get to him though. Laid a tackle on Wiedemann. Brought him to ground. We'll get a ball up about 35 out. Make it 40 from the Leopold goal. Got nearly 3 minutes on the first quarter. Barwon Foods time clock. And South Barwon are yet to score on the Harvey Norman Corona and Warren Pond scoreboard. Leopold 1 behind.
Ball up. In the middle there, Watts tried to get it down for Leopold. Falls it back Williamson, who's had an impact already in these first few minutes. Kick off the ground, back towards half forward for Leopold. K-Rock zone, Matthews up the chimney, inside forward 50. Scott comes across. Ball falls to the back. South Barwon through Goff, loses in the tackle. Umpire says play on. Cunningham comes back to help out as well. Starkey's there also. Ball spills free, comes back from Ash towards the top of the square, coming outside of the pack. There's a 2-on-1. Well, it's a little bit of keepings off. Kick around the corner, Harry Wall, and he missed into the breeze and through for his first behind and the second for Leopold. They are 2 behind. South Barwon yet to score. Harvey Norman K-Rock first quarter scoreboard. We played 4 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock.
Attacking early into the breeze.
Aren't they what? Really positive start. They've had 4 inside forward 50s and 3 clearances already, Leopold. So they've come out with some purpose.
Austin Shepherd takes off into the left back pocket and sends us ball it straight into the waiting arms of Billy Ritchie. So turnover there, right on 50, but into the breeze. This kick will be too far for him, so he'll go short into the right forward pocket, and Brislane has taken the mark. Brislane with the footy. Just had a pen stolen by Hamish Easton. He concedes some ground back to Ritchie. Ritchie will come in to Burgess, who stretches and marks, but this is probably still too far out. Marked 40 out with Cunningham standing there, and Leopold positive. So he gives a handball off. Richie asks for it, cruising past on the run, sends a long ball that will hold in the breeze. They'll compete 5 metres out. Giddings couldn't mark. Front of the pack, there's numbers there for South, including Sam James. A kick around the corner on his left boot. It's deflected off the boot of Cunningham. Is it out in the full? Yeah, it is. At the cricket nets, he's arguing that there was a bump ball, but the boundary umpire on the spot says shot at goal coming, and tight in the right forward pocket is Billy Ritchie, who's brought his own Sharon this afternoon.
It was good body work, actually, because he pushed Cunningham into that ball
didn't he? Yeah.
York at him straight out of bounds on the full.
Ritchie, who has had a good start to the season in 2025 for Leopold, in the right forward pocket, just about couldn't do it from there. And he has kicked it across the face of goal. Off hands is it? Is it marked inside or outside? The umpire will come over and ask the boundary umpire whether that was marked inside or outside. It's Bumstead.
Oh, that was marked over the line.
It certainly was.
I reckon Jace Boris for Pixel Sports Media might have that. No, shake of the head. Jay says no.
But Bumstead's got it in the left forward pocket. He's going to wheel around on the right foot, keep it low into the breeze and kick the goal. The big fella, he started him off, Leopold. He kicks there first. And they go to 1-2-8. Leopold, South Barwon yet to score. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard in the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe. Geelong. Eat, drink, sport. Here's Kirsch.
A real positive start, as we mentioned in that sort of ball movement call before, but they've maintained the ball in their forward half. So not only are they getting ball inside forward 50, they're actually getting repeat entries and maintaining the ball inside their forward 50. They've had 4 marks inside forward 50 already. Like, it's extraordinary. They only average 13 a game. They've had 4 early, and I know a few of them have been sort of like shallow entries, but they're still maintaining possession inside their forward 50. So great start by Leopold. They've certainly come with purpose today.
Really sad news. A woman is dead and 6 more people taken to hospital after a major collision in Moolap, the corner of Ballerine Highway and Whitehorse Road. So our thoughts with everybody involved this afternoon. Starkey, a clearing kick out of the middle. South Barwon go forward inside 50 for the first time. Caldu knocks it down towards Connor Wiedemann, but Sheehan back from VFL duty gets it back. A little bit of Harlem Globetrotters. Got it back after having his handball deflected and then gave it to Jennings, who gave it to Williamson. Bit of run here for Leopold. Kick was all right. Got over the back and a chance here for Ritchie to run. A bounce. A handball to Watts. Ritchie will keep coming, but he won't go to him. He'll dink a kick over the top. Pitcher will have to wait for it. Stevenson didn't get to him in time. And Daniel Pitcher, again, hard luck story when it comes to grand finals, left out of last year's premiership winning team. He and Nick Ash, I think, were let go after the second semi-final. And Daniel Pitcher, not a noted goal kicker, game 120, just 20 in his career, not one this year. You really have to kick through the footy. We saw one hold up a little bit earlier from Billy Ritchie on the run. From 35 metres out, Pitcher got a good piece of it, won't have the carry, so Watts on the line, couldn't get his hands on it, it'll be rushed through for behind. And that breezy, significant Birchie for Goddings. Get down to Birchie very shortly.
The wind's blowing a microphone out of her hand.
Starkey with the ball at fullback for South Barwon, wants to go to the outer side. He does. Good kick too towards centre wing. Uses that breeze over the back. Good mark. Harry Cunningham, who's also been in good form for the Swans. He's going to play on from the defensive side of centre wing. Go towards half forward. Trent Thompson got a hand to it. Couldn't take it though. Ball falls to the back of the pack. And it goes towards Noble. Over the top and towards goal and across the face of goal. And not being able to keep it in there is Connor Wiedemann. And it is through for 1 behind. So first score on the board for the Swans. They are that solitary behind. Leopold 1-3-9. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Sheehan with the kick-in duties, just punches the ball to half back. It's a well-weighted one too, although Bumstead couldn't make good on it. Although found the loose footy, got a handball away to Clark. Clark, the bootlaces of Watts, who was clean, but his handball went back to White, who was taken high by Bumstead. And Todd White, who like Will Sheen, is back from Geelong VFL duty, the vice-captain for the Swans, has got the footy just forward of the wing on the outer side. This is where they'll look to set up. Caldu presents, ignores that. He'll go laterally with a scruffy possession that James will take. Handball back to Stevenson, stepped around Giddings, and then pumps it long inside forward 50. Hangs on the breeze. Jennings running at best. Hamlin Hanger contender. He's a great aerialist, Harris Jennings. Takes a wonderful mark. Pack coming back towards him. He never averted his gaze from the Sharon. Takes a nice mark. Hamlin Hanger contender early from the Leopold number 11.
Jennings plays on from the back pocket, goes along towards centre wing, off hands at the back of the pack. Callett, Tyler Watts, his opposite number in there as well, put a tackle on. Umpire, yeah, there was a hold there, and I think it might have been against Tyler Watts, who was down in the tackle. So South Barwon are going to take the free kick, and well, what's happening here? I'm not sure. Umpire Douglas in control. I think it's Rowan Goff's free kick. Call time on, time off. Tyler Watts thinks that the free kick is his.
Dev Smith with a goal for Thompson.
So Todd White will take the free kick. It's broken pothole, don't worry about it. So the ball, White now, half-back. I just got thrown a pen at me, that's good. Well done, EP. Ball over the back of the pack, goes all the way towards the face of goal. Todd White has kicked that 80 metres with the breeze and put it through for one behind. They've doubled their score, 2 behinds. Trail Leopold 1-3-9. Harvey Norman K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Short kick in from Sheen, marked by Burgess in the right back pocket, averaging 25 disposals a game for Kerrs Hire. Long high ball to half back. Watts sets himself over the back of Goff. Couldn't complete the mark. Front of the pack, Callett. Good to see him back as well. So some handy inclusions for the Swans today. Boris, Goff, Callett and White. Johnny Broughton out with a hamstring injury. 1 goal away from 200 in his career. Burns, Cunningham and Vickery all ran around in the reserve grade clash.
Oh, there was a hold there. Free kick Shepherd in the end. Bumstead. I think the umpires paid it against Bumstead for a Shepherd against Callett. So Callett's going to take it at half forward. Goes long to the top of the goal square. Fort comes out. Fraser takes the mark. Hamlin hanger from the big fella. Not grumpy then. And he's taken the mark. 20 out directly in front. Fraser Fort, the Matheson medalist, and he's going to go back and try and kick South Barwon's first.
I don't know if that's a contested mark, Jace, considering he took it over the top of his teammate Connor Wiedemann.
There was a couple of others in there as well. Well, you know what? Connor should know better. It's Fraser.
Get out of his way.
Get out of his way. Comes in, right foot kick, goal. And Fraser Fort has put his first on the board. First for the home side. They're 1-2-8. Leopold 1-3-9. Harvey Norman K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard. Harvey Norman Cryo and Warm Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Yeah, well, they've wrested the momentum back, haven't they, South Barwon? They've had the last 4 inside forward 50s. Just playing that longer game at the moment with those longer kicks, using the breeze, getting it in deep, giving themselves opportunity inside forward 50. They've had the last 3 clearances, so they're just starting to wrestle that momentum away from Leopold and make it an even game.
Stay around the grounds throughout the day for Leopold Sporties. There's a bit going on. Logan Wagner is being tagged at the moment, or is it a head-to-head for Wombat Gully Plant Farm? Or a match-up. High ball towards right half forward. Richie's been busy early, found the footy, couldn't get out of the tackle. Umpire should have paid holding the ball there. It's flicked out. Chance for McLean, a handball through traffic. Clark just fired a handball back to Wagner. Wagner was pulled off it before taking possession. Umpire said play on. Pepper, kneeled his mate, gives a handball off. Long ball, McLean looking for Pitcher. It lands at his feet. Off was clean, handball back. James had to wait for it to bounce. Lost it in the tackle. Goff then jammed it on the boot, went about 3 metres and then deflected back into the pack. And we'll get a stoppage right on 50 at right half forward for the Polders. It'll be interesting to see whether it's a bit Bailey Smith-like that Mark Neild ignores Andrew Pepper. The little feud they've had over the journey. 1-3-9, 1-2-8. Leopold leads South Barwon in this first quarter for Harvey Norman.
Callett got it down over the top of it. Tate Porter for Leopold. The umpire will come in, ball it up again. 55 from Leopold's goal. Right half forward on the outer side here at McDonald Reserve.
Both wouldn't back down, Kingy.
Colac 117, Lara 117.
Oh, hold it off. Ball. Clark now for Leopold to Wagner. The piano tuner from 45 holds up in the breeze. Coming across Stevenson. Doesn't sit for him though. Ball in dispute coming across into the left forward pocket for the Lions. Off wrong. Just having a look at who that might be. Who's got the moustacher on there. And that is Riley Stone. He sees it over the line, about 35 around from the Leopold goal, kicking to the northern end against the breeze in this first term. Watts gets it down nicely. Williamson can't take it with him. Now came second effort, was good. Handball to nobody in particular. South Barwon, numbers behind the ball. They get a clearing kick back towards half back, falls towards Jennings. It goes back. Oh, close. Or was that? I think he was out of bounds already, wasn't he? Was Harry Wall. Yeah, and it will be off him. In fact, it was Will Sheen who got it to him. It's going to be a boundary thrown in front of the best seats in the house thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
Win a $1,000 fuel voucher only. APCO, South Geelong and Warn Ponds. Carrollfootball.live, FM 88.5 in the AFL Barwon live stream. Ball back into play. Tap down Watts. Roving Wagner. Hit it at pace but couldn't get out of the tackle. It was a good one laid by Burke. Forced to turn over low. Shepherd had his kick smothered by Clark. Deflected back to Shepherd who has another go. Pumps it long to a one-on-one. Caldu and Sheen, the 231s. Caldu got his hands on it but couldn't take the mark. Jennings cleaned up. Handball at the bootlaces of Sheen. Had to come again. Fort gobbled him up. Brought him to ground. We'll get a ball up at right half forward for the Swans in front of a good crowd where the famous burger has already sold out. There will be no burger for us at half time.
Really?
Yeah.
Happens every week. They're that popular.
They are very popular, the old Swans burger. Here's Hughes at right half forward for the Swans, pumping it inside 50. Jennings stretching but not marking. Numbers there, though, for Leopold to help him out. One of those at the back of the pack is Will Sheehan. And we'll get another stoppage. About 25 out from the south goal, attacking the old Geelong Tech School end. Currently now the Clairvaux end. The old bowling lanes end, what do you want to call it? Southern end here. McDonald Reserve. Chance to clear for Leopold. Wagner just threw it on the boot to half back, a one-on-one. Good spoil from behind by the evangelist Huggins. Sam James in trouble, out of trouble. Got a handball away. Wagner trying to barge his way through and take the footy. Couldn't. Porter was there, I should say, as well. And out of bounds now. Again at right half forward. First quarter action, we've gone just over 15 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you. Leopold 139. South Barwon 128.
Boundary throw in. Kirsch, you'd be happy if you were Leopold, I think, for this start.
Absolutely, you would be. They're dominated parts of this game for sure.
Ball spills to the front of the pack, and trying to get the handball away was Oscar Pollock, but he couldn't get it away quick enough, and he was tackled, gobbled up by Wagner. Now he goes wide. Handball. Porter Wall was there as well. Pollock comes back. Wiedemann was there also for South Barwon. Umpires found a free kick over the shoulder. It's going to come back to South Barwon. Todd White's going to take it on centre wing. So White goes as long as he can to the top of the square. Ford held on to. Umpire said play on. The grumpy one tries to get it away. Handball. Free kick found. Throw, said the umpire. Umpire Douglas right on the spot there. Just with a... Thank you very much. It was a throw.
He won't trick Norm, that's for sure.
Never trick Norm. And Fraser has got the free kick. The loved up Fraser Fort has got it and will shoot for goal from 48 directly in front.
Rob Mulroney threw him under the bus there, didn't he?
Big time.
For those who might be watching the AFL Barwon TV stream this afternoon, Taylor Mulroney talking about the love life of Fraser Fort in his interview earlier.
Here he comes, Flowers Fort. Right foot kick. Oh, he's missed it to the near side. And through for one behind. 1-1 his personal tally. And scores level here at McDonald Reserve. South Barwon 139. Leopold 139. Harvey Norman. K-Rock. First quarter scoreboard.
1-1 after 6 goals last week. Long kick in towards half back. Couldn't get his hands on the footy. Was Darcy Brislane. It's out of bounds for a boundary throwing. So Riley Stone in the number 14. He used to be in the number 30. Darcy Brislane's now in that number 30. And we're 139 apiece. Opening quarter action. Strong breeze favouring the southern end of the ground. A real nor'easter I should say, coming in here. Chance here is Tommy Burke with the footy. He's wrapped up and we'll get a ball up at the top of 50 south in attack. 17 minutes played, so the Swans haven't been able to take full toll with the breeze yet. Tap down Callett. Ball at ground level, trying to knock to his own advantage. Boris outside of the right boot, a dribbling ball into the left forward pocket. Chance for Sheen to clean up. There's a Swan down. It might be Caldu. Keep an eye on that, Birchie. Long ball to the wing for Leopold, but the numbers there for the Swans. Pitcher laid a good tackle, forced to spillage. Trying to get a kick out of the pack, the Swans. It was thrown on the boot by Burke. It's ricocheted back. Scott was slung in the tackle. Richie was busy early. Gets his hands on the footy here. Burke takes him, and the umpire's going to ping him, I reckon. We're just keeping an eye on Matty Caldy or Lockie Noble. Keep an eye on him, Birchie. We'll get to you in a moment for St John of God for injury updates, but the free kick, true centre wing, is with Tommy Burke.
Burke, left foot kick, inside forward 50. Burke, Fort comes out, but standing in front was the Undertaker. And Will Sheehan takes the mark for Leopold back into the Lions team this week. Called to play on, short little kick. Now they go down the middle. Riley Stone back into the centre square. Takes the mark, plays on now. Open forward 50. Getting across their pitcher, but coming across and taking the mark was Wiedemann, I think. And it's a good mark, a defensive 50 for South Barwon. In fact, it is the evangelist who goes out towards centre wing. Blair Huggins goes with the kick out wide looking for Cunningham, but over his head and out of bounds for a throw in on centre wing. We're going to see a bit of play on the outer side today at McDonald Reserve.
Down to you, Birchie, just on Lockie Noble.
Yeah, it just took a while to get to his feet, but he seems to be all right now. He's running around and the physio hasn't had to go out to him.
St John of God injury updates. Now got hospital caring for our community for 50 years from the ruck contest. Brislane had a little fumble at the opportune time and then grabbed it and lost it in the tackle. Chance here for Williamson. Handball released to Stone. Stone through traffic. Then a handball over the top. Just out of the reach of Scott. Well, had to wait for it to bounce. He finally got it and then jammed it on the boot and saw Billy Ritchie out the corner of his eye. And then Ritchie sees Wall, who will run onto the footy. Had to wait for it to bounce. Then goes on his left boot around the corner and finds Giddings. That was classy from Harry Wall. Little kick around the corner and Giddings coming out on the lead. Takes it at the top of the square. Had to wait for the bounce, the kick into space. But the second game, a real composure there, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
Yeah, absolutely. He's held his width really well, Wall, on this wing, and he's actually got some ball on the outside. And when he's got ball in hand, he's damaging. He should have kicked a goal before himself. So he's been really offensively dangerous.
After 7 goals a couple of weeks ago against North Shore, goalless last week against the Marys, but Connor Giddings into the breeze with a crucial one, drove through the kick, and from 20 metres out, made no mistake. So 16th of the season for Connor Giddings. He's in that Breakwater Meadowland head-to-head with Matty Caldew, and Leopold have moved to 2-3-15. South Barwon a 1-3-9. Harvey Norman, Cryo and Warren Ponds. First quarter scoreboard. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. Harvey Norman flooring, hybrid and timber flooring, laminates, carpets, and a wide selection of rugs.
They'd be on sale, wouldn't they, the rugs?
Oh, absolutely. Corner of Mirrabul and Ryrie Street. There's nothing there anymore.
It was a closing down sale. It finally closed down after 37 years.
That's not Harvey Norman. They're well and truly.
No, they're well and truly.
Back to the middle, kick away. That came from Wiedemann. Connor goes towards centre half forward with a kick for South Barwon. Oh, well, Sheehan comes across his teammate, falls on him, which is not a great thing. Ball is held in the pack there. And it was K-Rock's own Jet Matthews who got underneath Will Sheehan, which is not good. Now the ball up, Bumstead got it down. Williamson, Pollock put the tackle on him. Sheehan puts the tackle on Cunningham, and the ball's going to go back to the umpire for another ball up about 40 metres out from the South Barwon goal.
Douglas puts it into the air again. Bumstead the tap down, but the roving done by Pollock. Quick snap around the body, won't have the carry. Double fist it. Was that Jennings who was able to double fist it from the top of the square, back over his head? Sort of like the scorpion kick. Who was the Colombian goalkeeper? Rene Higuita.
I think he had a...
Where are we going?
Goal in the World Cup.
Ball has come back into play. You keep talking World Cups. We'll talk about Connor Wiedemann, who kicks it inside 50 and finds a teammate. And hopefully this time there won't be a double fister from the kick. And this is going to come from Liam Elzinga. He's going to shoot for goal with the breeze from about 40 out. Just a little bit better than a 45-degree angle at the southern end of McDonald Reserve.
Only their second mark inside forward 50, Jace, so that tells you how well Leopold have defended when ball goes inside forward 50.
Elzinga now to shoot for goal. He comes in for his second for South Barwon. No, he's kept it skinny, and he's missed to the near side and through for one behind. So they go to 1-5-11 now, South Barwon. Leopold 2-3-15. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
Frittering away some opportunities here as we tick past 22 minutes. Won't have much longer with the assistance of this breeze. Sheehan again to bring the ball back into play, trots off into the right back pocket, and then again drives a kick towards half back through the hands of Bumstead. Goff took it off the back of the pack, turned to look back inside and saw Sam James. And he takes the mark from the kick. He went inside forward 50, wasn't the best off his boot. Chance here for Thompson. Haven't caught a lot of pup in this opening quarter, if at all. Handball out of the pack for South Barwon, went straight back to Thompson, so twice in about 30 seconds of play finds it. Spoil came from Clark at the front of the pack. Numbers there for the Swans. Starkey received a handball from Lockie Wiedemann. Kick wide towards Shepherd on the bounce. A handball back to Goff. Goff just steadies himself. Kicks now towards left half forward and finds Todd White.
So White now goes inside 50 with the kick, and it was good too, right on the boundary line. They've taken the mark, and might be Richardson, is it? Long way away there, right in front of the scoreboard. It's right on the boundary line.
It might be Paddy Burke.
Yeah, Paddy Burke, it is. Yeah, it is. So Burke's going to have the kick from 45 out with the breeze. He kicked the... Oh, he just missed it to the far side. It was coming back with the breeze, but he has missed it. So again, another behind. They're going to 1-6-12 South Barwon. They trail Leopold 2-3-15. Harvey Norman, K-Rock, first quarter scoreboard.
So Leopold with 2 goals into what we think is a fairly substantial, you'd have to say 4-5 goal win, maybe a little bit more, based on how it is heading towards the southern end of the ground. Sheen again with kicking duties. Long ball to half-back. Pitcher was his target, couldn't mark. Knocked away by Goff. Williamson's there trying to barge his way through but couldn't take the footy. Sam James comes up with it. Heard a voice. It was Connor Wiedemann. Jams it on the boot and at forward 50. Caldew stretching and taking the mark is a good one. He'll turn and kick quickly because something is presented, but it was touched by the man on the mark, and as a result, the Swans find themselves having to play out of a stoppage at the top of 50. I was looking for the kick going inside forward 50. It didn't get there. And we'll get it thrown into the air. In the corridor, about 50 from goal. Bumstead grabbed it out of the ruck, couldn't jam it on the boot though. James picked up the loose footy, went looking for Caldu. Caldu through traffic. Caldu through traffic, couldn't bend it around the body enough. It misses to the right-hand side, through for a minor score. 1-7 now, South Barwon in this opening quarter of action that has gone 24.5 minutes on the Barwon Foods time clock. Leopold 2-3-15. First quarter scoreboard thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman.
Yeah, certainly a game you feel you've got to take your opportunities. I thought that early with Leopold's dominance inside forward 50 that they probably should have got a couple more goals on, but obviously the last 6 or 7 minutes it's all been South Barwon and they just haven't been able to nail those important goals.
Sheehan kicks in from fullback for Leopold. Goes up towards the outer side. A couple of Leopold players there. Jennings is one of them, takes the mark.
It's not a bad bailout to go to Harris Jennings or Tyler Watts.
So when in doubt.
A high percentage they're going to mark it, isn't it?
So Jennings from half-back goes towards centre wing, holds up in that breeze. Goff got a hand to it. James at the back of the pack. Starkey got a clearing kick, but it's chopped off and the Lions go back towards half forward. Huggins punched away from Giddings. Giddings' second effort was a right handball, a bit of a no look. James was across there to get back there and help out for the Swans. He's got Wiedemann in support. He goes with a kick towards centre wing in front. That's a good mark. It's a very good mark from K-Rock's own. The Reptile of the Year medal named after Jet Matthews on centre wing.
This could go anywhere.
All of a sudden he's got to 71 games, Jet Matthews.
Yes, very nice.
Two-time premiership player. Kick towards half forward, looking for a mark. Bumstead just couldn't hang on to it. Front of the pack numbers there for the Swans. Porter lays a tackle for Leopold. Bumstead slow to his feet. And the last man to get up is Dan Richardson. Almost at the point of the square, right half forward. 26 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock. James brought to ground by Porter, socket off the ground by Hughes, brought some good territory for his team. Cunningham had to play spoiler on Matthews and then went and found the loose footy. Handball away, but the handball was turned over. Burgess, a little bit fancy. Jennings thrown off the footy, surely didn't have possession, will win a free kick. Umpires Hitchcock, Douglas and Reese. Not aware of John Reese's work. Tom Hitchcock and Norm Douglas we've certainly seen before as Jennings concedes some ground back to Sheen, and they'll look to open up the broadcast side. He goes short to the pup, Marcus Thompson. He'll give it back to Sheen, cruising past.
Undertaker through half-back, goes towards an open centre wing position. Wall doesn't sit for him, needs to get back. And oh, he does well. Ash it was, in fact, and got it to Williamson inside. Then he tries to spear the ball towards centre half forward, but he overcooks it. And South Barwon have got the numbers. Sammy James, Tom King's favourite, gets the handball out towards Hughes. It goes inside with the kick. James has to follow it up as well. Getting across there, Brislane putting a tackle on with K-Rock's own. And Todd White wasn't going anywhere in the end, and we'll have a ball up just forward of centre wing for Leopold. We have played 27 minutes on the Barwon Foods first quarter time clock.
Tapped down one by Callett. Richardson there for South Barwon couldn't get his hands on it. Thompson stood up and got a handball away but turned it over. Lockie Wiedemann jammed it on the boot. Touched off the boot was a call of the umpire, so no mark will be paid. A ball that's bobbling around. Cunningham under pressure. Got a kick away towards left half forward. Rolls towards the boundary line. Caldu and Sheen. Sheen with a good turn of foot, but then taken in the tackle. Got a handball away. Caldu wanting a free kick that will never come, and we'll get a boundary throw in. 2-3-15, 1-7-13. Leopold into the breeze, leading by 2, and would be very happy to hear that siren, Kirsch.
Absolutely, they would. They're be extremely happy going at quarter time if they can maintain this break.
Boundary throw in at left half forward. Callett for South Barwon. He does his own roving work. In the end, it sits for him, and then he's wrapped up. The umpire's gone. It's held in. And we'll have another ball up just in front of the scoreboard. Here at left half forward, southern end of the ground at McDonald Reserve. Callett, Tyler Watts got a hand to it for Leopold. Porter runs through the pack. Now at the back, James, handball, shuffles it to White. Left foot kick, spears it in towards the pocket. There is the siren. Just as they were going to go forward to goal again through Connor Wiedemann. But it is quarter time here at McDonald Reserve. It's Leopold 2-3-15. They lead South Barwon 1-7-13.
One of the shorter quarters of the year at just 28 minutes, but with not much scoring and stoppages few and far between. The result is a 2-point lead for Leopold. 2-3-15, 1-7-13 opening quarter action. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed at Harvey Norman. We'll take a break from here at McDonald Reserve and come back back with the second quarter action. We'll go down boundary side as well. Jane Birch for Leopold Sporties keeping an eye on things. Injury updates as well. Logan Wagner just in intense discussion with some members of the coaching staff there, including Tommy Gordon and Luke Justin, who's out injured, and Tom Feely, who didn't get up for this week as well. So Leopold missing some talent, some names not out there. Feely, Annandale as well. So Tommy Gordon obviously in retirement now. So he won't be playing anytime soon as the Polders make their way to their huddle. Back on the other side of this, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7. Win a $1,000 fuel voucher only at APCO South Geelong and Warren Ponds. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
K-Rock's Tim and Jess.
You know, they've got double-coated Tim Tams.
That's the best one.
Well, the other day, I saw a triple-coated one.
A triple-coated Tim Tam.
Triple-coated Tim Tam.
Would
They
that be,
exist, my friend.
Stop it. Would that be a Tim Tam or a Tim Tam?
I feel like a
Okay.
Tim Tam.
No, I reckon Tim Tam.
That's got to be better, right? Or maybe
Well, I
it's
would've
too
thought.
much. I don't know. We'll find out.
I'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Will. All right.
Drive home in 2025 with Tim and Jess on K-Rock 955. Your future, your hands. Study at the Gordon.
We love your projects. Your big paint projects, your little paint projects. We go nuts for kitchen painting projects. We get amped over bathrooms, and we high-five fist pump over your wallpapering the hall project. We love the smell of paint in the morning. We're Inspirations Paint Stores, and together with you, we can do amazing things. What's your next project?
Inspirations Paint, Grovedale, 138 Torquay Road.
At APCO, we know your time is precious. So download the APCO app to skip the queue and pay for your fuel from the comfort of your car. Love our Jaffles and award-winning coffee? Pre-order through the APCO app. No more waiting in line, just grab and go. Shop the way you want, when you want. Just search APCO app in your app store and start saving time today. APCO Cafe 24/7. We've got you.
Update your home with a new floor from Harvey Norman. Great deals on versatile hybrid flooring, including beautiful Australian timber, pine and oak designs from just $45 per square metre. Luxurious oak natural timber flooring from only $85 per square metre. Or family-friendly carpets. Soft, quiet and warm underfoot. Great value from just $17 per square metre. From measure and quote to expert installation in your home. Come on in and see the specialists at Harvey Norman. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warren Ponds.
Your dream home is closer than you think with Metricon, Australia's #1 home builder. With our Fast Track program, your contract is ready in 7 days. And you can get to site in as little as 16 weeks. Plus, you can receive an upfront and transparent fast-track saving on your stunning Metricon design. Contact us to see if you qualify and move in faster than you thought possible. Metricon, love where you live. Terms and conditions apply. CDBU 52967.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero Feel Good Mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cooked slow and served fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, Feel Good Mix.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Quarter time at McDonald Reserve. South Barwon 1-7-13 kicking with the breeze in that opening term, but couldn't make it pay. Leopold 2 goals into it, 2-3-15 lead. Of course, Leopold have won their last 7 against South Barwon. Mark Neild is 0-5 as a coach at South against Leopold, and they actually haven't won at home against Leopold since 2017, the Polders. South. So the Polders really have had a hold over them in recent times. Let's go around the grounds for Leopold Sporties. I'll start with the AFL, Jace, before throwing to you, and it is the Blues and the Giants doing battle in a very early start, and at three-quarter time, the Giants 77 lead Carlton 63. You would have to think, If they were to lose that, the Blues, their season is in a world of pain. That is a can of Coke Zero.
Sorry,
by
yes,
the way.
it was. Yes.
Not a Blackman's?
No, not
That'll
yet.
be a little bit later.
Yes, John Longmire to coach Carlton is the rumour.
Wow.
There you go.
There's a photo doing the round this week. Remember Alan Dale, the actor that played Jim Robinson?
Yes,
in,
Alan Dale.
Well,
yes.
very early Alan Dale publicity shots. There is a lot of John Longmire in Alan Dale.
Right.
Or vice versa.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's go to Birchie. Where are you, Birchie? Are you loitering around the South Barwon huddle or the Leopold huddle as we go back down boundary side?
I'm in the Leopold camp. I've got Fridge. I've been told I cannot call him by his first name. It's only Fridge.
Tim Connolly.
Tim Connolly. You'd be really impressed with that opening quarter. There's a significant breeze blowing, but you've done really well to lower the eyes and use the ball really well going inside forward 50 against the breeze.
Yeah, no, the boys are really good. We took the yards and were able to keep them. We spoke about, especially into the breeze, playing a front half game. So when the ball hit the deck, we turned up. Love to keep going and kick more goals, but to at least get stoppages, keep the ball in our front half. Time goes off the clock. It was really, really good. It's a great start.
And in terms of defending into this breeze now, are you inclined to, is it one of your things to throw an extra back, or you just sort of see how it pans out and put someone back if needed?
Yeah, it's only going to be if needed. We'll try and play even numbers as much as possible and just back ourselves in.
Well done. Good first quarter.
Thank you, Birchie. Jane Birch down boundary side there for Leopold Sport. Is your complete family venue. Just GFNL, other scores, please.
Yes, Geelong West 13 lead Bell Park 4, Colac 16 lead Lara 9, Newtown 24 lead St Albans 6, Grovedale 41 lead North Shore 8.
And GDFNL at round 7.
Yes, Aniki 53 lead Werribee 25, Corio 25 Trail Bell Post Hill 49, Winchelsea North Geelong 22 apiece, East Geelong 24 Inverleigh 21, Thompson 30, Bannockburn 10 and Geelong West 24 lead Belmont 7.
Bev Smith has kicked 2 for Thompson. Ballerine?
Yes, Ballerine, no score, Drysdale Torquay, Geelong Amateur 36, Ocean Grove 1, Motta 14, Barwon Heads 2, Queenscliff 36, Port 13 and Anglesea and Newcombe 12 apiece.
It is time for the second quarter in support of Lifeline. Geelong and Leopold have got it forward. Wagner a handball to Ash. Ash tried to put a handball into the path of Scott, was being held on to. Umpire said play on. Goff had his kick smothered, ball deflected though. Back towards Wiedemann, that was Connor. Lockie, I should say, got pulled off his kick, and then the loose footy ends up in the hands of Brislane. He can't get a handball away, and we'll get a ball up. What did you take away from that first quarter, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe?
Obviously tough conditions, and the game's going to be a bit of a long kicking game today, high percentage of long kicks, and you got to get your head over the ball and win the ball at the source today. It's one of those sort of days, and I think you've got to make the most of your opportunities inside forward 50, which South Barwon didn't in that first quarter, so leaves the door open for Leopold with a breeze this quarter.
Brian Goff has put that in the back of the old onion bag. He's basically gone the back pass and put it into the back of the net, and that's a rush behind for Leopold off the boot of South Barwon's Rowan Goff. Less than a minute played, second quarter. Leopold now by 3, 2-4-16, playing 1-7-13. A
little bit of insufficient intent, I would have thought.
We love that one. Starkey plays on from full-back, goes to the outer side with the kick. Looks at Wiedemann off the front of the pack. The Undertaker, Sheehan, gets the kick across towards Wagner. The piano tuner can't take it. James can and gets it away by Handberg. Goes with the kick. Long to an open half-forward flank position. Thompson's got a couple against him. South Barwon in the gun here. Caldo puts it out in front. The ball, which way is it going to... I'll tell you what. Mitch Burgess has started about 3.5 lengths behind Connor Wiedemann and gone absolutely straight past him without a shadow of a doubt.
He was gout on scratch then.
Gout. He was there, and he took it over the boundary line. We're going to have a boundary throw-in in the right forward pocket for South Barwon, and it's going to be throw-in now for... Well, what is Bumstead, who's going to do the ruck work? Now Fort out of the middle. He couldn't take it. Matthews over the top of it as well. He's going to have to be careful. He Fort puts the tackle on. The umpire says play on. And the pack still develops around them. The ball spills free now to the outer side. Handball over the top came towards Connor Wiedemann. He got a kick under pressure and he kicked it out of bounds on the full. The handball, it came from Paddy Burke. And Leopold are going to be able to take the free kick in the last line of defence.
A bit like West Oval in the finals last year, these conditions, isn't it? That northerly breeze just wreaking havoc. Pepper into the right back pocket, finds Will Sheen. I reckon we called Andrew Pepper's name. Sheen, short kick, will have to bounce into the waiting arms of Billy Ritchie. Confronted, good tackle. Bartlett, that'll be holding the ball. Tommy Bartlett stuck the tackle and wins a free kick. That'll impress Coach Mark Neild. Called to play on. From 50 out, sets it up, across the face of goal. Big fly over the top. Boris takes a Hamlin hanger. Put that on a poster.
I hope you got a picture of that.
Ethan Boris with a wonderful grab, a Hamlin hanger contender from the wingman. Gets up over the top, takes a good grab, and will go back and have a shot at goal to give South the lead for the first time this afternoon.
There's a new photo in the lounge room at home, isn't there, eh?
The old man could have flew a little bit higher that in his day, but it was a great mark all the same inside forward 50.
Pixel Sports Media all over that.
Absolutely.
Ethan Boris has to make good. Will kick from 25 metres out, stabs at it and puts it through. Boris with the goal, first of the season, just the 6th of his career. Game number 30 for him at GFNL senior level, but he gives his team a lead, and 3 of the 4 goals through the opening quarter of the bit have been kicked into the breeze. South 2-7-19, Leopold 2-4-16. That'll put a smile on the face of Mark Neild.
Yeah, look, great work by those 2 former Falcons teammates as well. Bartlett, the Motowari product, and Ethan Boris, obviously a fantastic mark. But that tackle by Bartlett, not to let Billy Ritchie get through and get the play down that outer wing, was just fantastic to hold him up. Some great play there.
So back to the middle. And Bumstead tried to take it out of the ruck contest. The umpire says held in. And, oh, gee whiz. Tell you what, there's some mud in there. Sammy James,
I don't know what number he is now.
He's going to have a bath for a fortnight after that. Pushes past Wagner. Now the ball still in the mud pot. Forts there. Marcus Thompson. He can't. Oh, Sammy James over the top. He gave the handball out beautifully. Well, it was a throw. Was it pushing in the back? Got a push in the back. He got the throw out and it went straight to Harris Jennings. So luck's a fortune for Sam James. He plays on from the middle for South Barwon. Goes towards half forward. Holds up. And that breeze. Trent Thompson comes. Big thump away. Ball, or the piano tuner just handballs it on. Now he gets it again. Got a number of players across half back. They get towards centre wing. Burke. Good punch away for South Barwon. Handball on the outboard's okay. Wall kept his width.
Right half forward, need to turn the on button on while I'm having a drink.
That's a
chance here for Giddings. Oh, gee, head over the footy. Giddings might have caught one high there from Stevenson. Wasn't seen that way, and at right half forward, we will get a ball up in front of the pavilion. Good crowd in, despite the blustery conditions. Well, more than blustery, it is really blowing to the southern end. Pye puts it in the air. Bumstead won the tap down. Chance here for the Swans to try and get away. James left it behind. He's been busy in this opening quarter and a bit. Averaging 25 disposals this season, Sammy James. Not that I'm checking up on his stats.
That's number 1 ticket holder.
Which is
have you picked him for the Matheson?
No, not this year.
It's only year in the last 5 he hasn't.
Oh, he's settled. He's been injured, the poor buggers. That's why I didn't pick him. Clearing kick for the Swans to the middle of the ground. Noble will lead the foot race. It just set up in the glue pot. Handball wide. Ford will drive a kick into the path of Wiedemann. Can he take it cleanly? Connor, he can't. Jet Matthews was good. Just knocked it into the path of Trent Thompson. Thompson can come across the face of goal with a kick. Instead went to Jennings. Jennings will just kick blindly over his shoulder. Might work out all right. Porter trapped it nicely. Got a little deflection off his shin. Gave it to Burgess. Burgess a handball to Williamson. Williamson just flicks it wide. Heard Sam Scott's voice. Took it on the second bounce. And then he steadied and kicked. Sent a long ball inside forward 50. Giddings his target. Giddings his target. Took the mark and then got dumped after taking it. Is that 50? Surely that is 50 after being brought to ground, and Connor Giddings will be walked to the goal line to give Leopold back the lead.
Not necessarily at 50. He'd marked the ball already and no need for it.
I didn't pick up who gave away the 50. Was it Stevenson?
Yeah.
So just the second gamer, Nick Stevenson, the ex-Warrigal product. Rolling in at South Barwon this year. Hadn't played since 2023. And Connor Giddings has kicked his second, and Leopold with a cheapie have got back the lead in this second quarter in support of Lifeline. Lifeline Geelong, we're here. Connection is prevention. Call 13 11 14. And of course in Geelong we look out for each other, and Lifeline is here to help. 3 4 22 2 7 19, and Connor Giddings has got 2 and 17 on the season.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're right, that's a gimme. Conditions like today, you want them to be having shots from 45 or 50 beyond, because it has to take a really good kick to kick that ball that distance in the breeze. So that just gives them a free shot on goal, and when goals are at a premium as it is, you don't want to be giving them any freebies.
Colac with the breeze in the second term, 35 lead Lara 9. Gee,
Leopold Sporties.
Leopold Sporties around the grounds. Beaky won't be texting you much for the rest of the afternoon, I wouldn't thought, Kirsch.
Isn't he coaching Beaky, or is he just a follower now?
Oversighting it.
Newtown 25, St Albans 24. So they've got the win in the second breeze in the second term as well, St Albans.
Yeah, half-time will give us a true indication around the grounds today, won't it?
Absolutely. Back to the middle here at McDonald Reserve. And it'll be Bumstead and Callett. Bumstead got it down to the side of the pack. Williamson, he can't pick it up. Wide over the top of it as well for South Barwon. He does try and pick it up. Porter also in there. Pack develops. The umpire will have to come in and ball it up just on the opposite side of the centre circle.
I reckon they had to go for a new Sharon. I reckon the other one might have ended up in the Clairvaux school grounds.
Down the piano tuner with a handball over his head. Burke got a quick clearing kick for South Barwon. Punched away well by Harry Cunningham. Got a bit of space out there for the Swans as well towards half forward. Falls in the arms of Hughes. He gets the handball over the top. Caldo had to sit and wait. Can he get the kick away? No, he can't. Is that holding the ball? The umpire said no. Ball comes back towards Cunningham. He's been in good goal scoring form. Right foot kick. Top of the square. Boris again takes the mark.
He's the difference down there.
And again, you'd hope his old man's taking the photo. He's right there in the frame. And he's taken it 3 metres out from goal. And he'll have a great set shot here to kick his second and give South Barwon the lead again.
I don't reckon he's ever...
he's going around the corner.
He's got a bit of action around the corner. A little bit of Stevie J.
Like it.
And he's kicked his second. And the lead again for South Barwon, 3-7-25 Leopold, 3-4-22 Lifeline Geelong. K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Well, I like it. He's taken him to the sword here because he's been offensive in that wing position. Not only is we know he's a great defensive player, but he holds his width and he's getting offensive and he's being dangerous. Like 2 marks inside forward 50 already this quarter, 2 goals. You know, they're going to have to really man up on him out there on that wing.
I reckon that's a career high. I don't think he'd ever kicked more than 1 in a game, Ethan Boris, and he's got 2. His career tally was only 5 coming in. Ball in the air, Bumstead. That's going to be a free kick. Wagner was a bit high on Sammy James. He was quickly to his feet, so I don't suspect there'll be too much in that.
Sam James is going to have the longest share.
Sammy James barely got his feet out of the mud and so skids it along the ground. Slung in the tackle was Richardson. And it's back in the glue pot and going in low again. Was that Sammy James again?
Jesus, I don't know where he gets injured all the time. He is just a relentless player.
Kamikaze would be the best way to describe Sammy James.
He's got more mud on that jumper than there is in the centre square.
The old Merry Creek. He's got half of it. Williamson over the top. And I tell you what.
I think they'll have to order another 23 in that Indigenous jumper.
He hates losing
that was
any
my
contest,
fear.
doesn't he?
How heavy is that jumper now? Umpire Douglas puts it in the air again for Callett and Bumstead. Porter. Diving in low was Shepherd, or rather Richardson, I should say. Leopold were able to just jam it forward. Stone at close quarters trying to get to Williamson, wasn't expecting it. Williamson then got it, then he got brought down to ground. Starkey actually stole it from his grasp and holding the ball's being paid. Well, he didn't actually lay a tackle, Starkey. He just ripped the footy from his grasp and the umpires pinged him. And I reckon Brock Williamson might be telling umpire Douglas exactly that. By the way, Dylan Starkey with it at the back edge of the centre wicket area.
Lateral kick, Rowan Goff. Not a pinch of mud on the half-back flanker. He gives it away to the evangelist, who goes with a kick towards half forward. It's a great kick too. Wiedemann takes the mark. Big raps on Connor Wiedemann. Started the career with 25 and 3, if you don't mind, in the ones. He goes inside forward 50 with the kick. Caldu comes out front and centre. Cunningham was good. His kick was short to Hughes. Goes on the outside. Elzinger gets a high kick towards the top of the square. Bartlett, runs onto it. Can't get the handball away though. Leopold defence working overtime. Falls to the front. Umpires found a free kick. No, held in. And it will be a ball up. About 20 out from the South Barwon goal. 3-7-25, they lead Leopold, 3-4-22.
Where's the giant killer, Boris? Where is he?
Chance here through the pack. Hughes. Williamson stole it and then burst away. The grand final best on ground. Little give and go with Jennings, but a wonderful rundown tackle from behind laid by Elzinger will win the free kick. The youngster from Bannockburn's got it. Quickly wants to get on with it. A helicopter inside forward 50. Ashback with the flight, couldn't take the mark. Fired a handball low to Thompson. Brislane stepped out of the oncoming tackle of Pollock and then just kicked for space. McLean, Hughes will show a bit of class, but just had a fumble in opportune time. Ricochets off the boot of Ash into the path of Richie, who slipped over. Handball on the up was okay to Thompson. Thompson just said, let's get out of here. Picture the target. Giddings had to play defender. Spoiled it away from Huggins. It'll roll towards the boundary line and out at right half forward. 3-7-25, 3-4-22, an engrossing contest between the grand finalists of the past 2 seasons. South Barwon with a narrow advantage, 12.5 minutes played on the Barwon Foods second quarter time clock.
So throw in just forward to centre wing for the Lions. In front, Watts got it down for Leopold. Cunningham comes over the top. Pack develops. And Logan Wagner gets up with Ben Callett, and he'll do the ruck work. Callett against Watts again. Hits Callett in the head. Watts gets another tap to it. And Stone it was who had the footy, and he's going to get a free kick for a high tackle too. I think Riley Stone at right half forward. He does. Goes towards the pocket with the kick. Oh, in front, Hamlin Hanger. That was a great mark in the last line defence by Lockie Wiedemann. And he's taken the mark in the back pocket, wants to drill the ball along the line to half back, but Riley Stone takes the mark, intercept. And Leopold have got it 65 from goal.
Stone in front of a good crowd in front of the pavilion here at South Barwon. Sends it to about 15 metres from goal. It's off the back of the pack. Ford's got back there to help out. He just throws it on the boot into the right back pocket. Sitting under it is McLean, and he went back with the flight. Took a good mark, the youngster. He'll go short into the left forward pocket, and the mark has been taken and a shot at goal coming. It's the veteran, the box. Sam Scott has got it in the left forward pocket. Underneath the scoreboard, he'll actually swing out onto the right boot, send the kick on its way. Will it have the carry on the line? A fist, I reckon, from Huggins was able to help it through for a minor score and make the margin too. So a rush behind there for the Polders, who are now 3-5-23. South Barwon 3-7-25 in this arm wrestle at McDonald Reserve. Second quarter action in support of Lifeline Geelong. We're here. Connection is prevention. Call 13 11 14.
Shepherd into Fort in the back pocket. Drives it long towards centre wing. Keldu can't take the mark. Front of the pack, Cunningham. And he was in there with Clark. And Clark, just as he was about to run away with the footy, umpire says it was held in. So we'll have a ball up just forward of centre wing for the Lions. Callett up against Watts. Watts gets it down. Thompson through the middle. Handball was okay to Ritchie. He got it backwards to Clark. Kick was underneath. It got smothered. Now the ball comes back to Todd White. Rides the bump, gives it to Cunningham. Heard the call on the outside centre wing to Hughes. Has to go back and get it. Got a little bit of time. Gets around one. Then a little right foot toe poke to Marcus Thompson on centre wing for Leopold. Got it back to Trent Thompson. His kick was smothered. Cunningham to run onto it. He does. Well, he got one high too. The umpire, when he sees that, he will. He'll take a free kick at right half forward.
Cunningham sees something he likes inside forward 50. Caldo didn't get it there. Watts got across to provide a spoil, and then the tackle laid by McLean was high on Caldo, and it'll be his free kick just outside forward 50. So too far out to score. Screaming for it in the goal square. It's not going to get there. Noble was the intended target in the right forward pocket, and then taken in a tackle and brought to ground. We'll get a ball up. Last man to his feet is Wiedemann. That's Lockie. Or in fact, it was Elzinger, I should say. Tapped down by Watts. Porter couldn't take it cleanly. Elzinger, dribbling ball, rolling ball, will roll across the face and out of bounds in the left forward pocket. We'll have it hurled back into play. 25 plays 23. Second quarter action in support of Lifeline Geelong. 13 11 14 is the number to call. Connection is prevention.
Some boundary throw in. South Barwon into it. Attack. Watts got the tap down. Boris wrapped up straight away. He's not going anywhere. Oh, can't pay holding the ball there. He got wrapped up straight away.
There's the prior. Where was this an opportunity?
Tyler Watts going to take the free kick. Play on now. Short little kicks. Okay. Marcus Thompson just inside defensive 50. You can hear people saying pup, pup, pup. That's Harry Wall. He's not going to kick it to you, brother. Way too far out. He's going to go across half back. And he's going to go to on the outside to McLean. Now they go further afield. Billy Clark gets it over the top towards centre wing. Cunningham comes across through the middle. Shepherd as well for South Barwon. At the back, Clark again. His handball went nowhere. McLean set him a task. Over the top of it was Bartlett. And the umpire will come in and ball it up just forward of centre wing for the Swans. And we've played 16 and nearly 17 minutes in this second term Barwon Foods time clock.
Tapped down by Watts. Roving Porter was stumbling, but got a handball into space. Marcus Thompson under pressure was able to jam it on the boot towards half forward. Flying but not marking was Giddings. Good pressure on the South Barwon defence by the Leopold forwards, but Ford is going to get out of trouble. Kick to the wing, went through the hands of Watts. Cunningham off the pack, gave a handball away. Quick hit towards half forward. Noble, he threw that out basically. Burgess took it, got some run from Porter, went to kick but decided to handball. Trent Thompson is a Monday to Friday kicker, but that was a good delivery to Jennings right in the middle of South Barwon's ground, and then inside 50, and the mark down low taken by Stone. Good movement of the footy. Trent Thompson's kick was just precise for Harris Jennings. He's not noted for being the most elite kick in the competition, Trent Thompson, Kirsch.
Oh, he's definitely, like you called it, a Monday to Friday up.
But it's Riley Stone with an opportunity to get Leopold back the lead. Distance won't be an issue with this breeze. He probably has to start at right-hand goalpost and work it back. That's where he starts it, and that's where it stays, and actually will go out on the full. That is a shank and a half.
Goodness.
That is like me off the 6th at Port Arlington. It's a really narrow gap there at Port, and I always seem to be able to put it out onto the back road near the farm.
Well, Trent Thompson would have looked at that and said, well, I'm only kicking Monday to Friday, but I could have done better than that.
Well, he's kicking just Monday, by the looks of it, Riley. He doesn't kick any other days. That's horrific.
Just a recovery.
Any chance you could use an iron, Tom, instead of a wood off the 6th?
Yeah, you want distance there, though.
I reckon you might want to go an iron.
How's that working for you?
How's that working for you, that wood? Ball. about as good as Riley Stone's kick at the moment. Oh, Wiedemann's was even worse. He's not even a Monday kick. A Shepherd it was. Oh, he kicked it into Sam Scott, who was standing on the mark. Ball spills free at the back of the pack. Thompson in the right forward pocket. He's kicked. Oh, behind. He nearly kicked the goal of the year, Marcus Thompson. And
it's a post too.
For one behind.
That's how close
so they go to 3-6-24, Leopold. South Barn 3-7-25. Stick with us. We've got the close one. Lifeline Geelong, K-Rock, second quarter scoreboard.
Long ball in from full back. No mark taken. Bumstead was there for Leopold to bring it to ground and force a stoppage. And under that pack is Jet Matthews, who gets to his feet, and we'll get a ball up at left half forward. Outer side of McDonald Reserve. Tapped down by Bumstead. Wanted Wagner. It just hasn't worked for Logan this afternoon. Bumstead trying to get a handball away. There's a little tag on him, I reckon. They're trying to just to frustrate Logan Wagner. He's keeping an eye on him for the moment at Wombat Gully Planfall. Nobody at this stoppage. Tap down. Might have been Wiedemann doing the ruck work. Bird just trying to get a handball back to Wagner. Todd White is there, and he'll see it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So they've worked it up to true centre wing, South Barwon, as they attack into the breeze in this second quarter, thanks to Lifeline Geelong. 3-7-25, the Swannies. 3-6-24, Leopold. 20 minutes almost ticked over into time on in this second term on the Barn Foods time clock.
So throw-in, getting it down, was Wiedemann. Goes towards centre wing now. And Noble, he was held on to by the condiment. Pepper got him there and he wasn't going anywhere. So we're going to have a ball up just forward of centre wing for the Swans.
Yeah, they're really doing a number on Wagner at the stoppages. Pollock seems to go to him when James isn't there, and they're just really wearing him down at those stoppages.
Porter got it away to Marcus Thompson. His kick was smothered. Boris was great. He got it away quickly. And across the half forward, Wall went up. Couldn't take the mark, but his second effort was good. Got it to Jennings. Handball on the inboard was okay. K-Rock zone. Matthews goes towards half forward with a kick. Goff off the back. Needs some support. He got some as well. The ball came towards Shepherd. He is wrapped up in the tackle straight away. Bartlett had come in to help out as well. Ball was about to come out, but Sam Scott put the tackle on. And we'll have a ball up at right half forward for Leopold.
So ball into the air, into time on in this second term. Bumstead almost uncontested one. The tap down. Boris, is it at the bottom of that pack? No. In fact, it is Lockie Wiedemann. And we will get the ball up. So two Wiedemanns, Lockie and Connor. Connor joining the club this year on Williamstown's VFL list. From the ruck contest, Bumstead was allowed to hit the ground. It's going to spill here. Porter in traffic, had his kick smothered. It's bobbling around, trying to free the arms and get a hand away. Might have been Clark, did get it away successfully, but only as far as Scott, who was then brought down in a tackle, and will get another stoppage at right half forward. 21 and a half minutes played. Leopold looking to hit the lead late in this second term after having first use of the breeze. Bobbling ball, Burgess overran it. Cunningham now with it. Kick around the corner. Stolen by Thompson. That's Marcus for Leopold. Kick back towards the top of the square. Fort diving but not marking. Taken in a tackle. Huggins brought to ground in the right forward pocket. Leopold in attack. But they're, like South Barwon, unable to make the most of this breeze.
So a ball up deep in Leopold's attacking zone. Ball to the side of the pack. Scott to chase it back 20 out from goal. Gets wrapped up straight away by Wiedemann. Ball spills free. Thompson in there as well. Marcus gets it away. Stone gets in there as well for Leopold. But it's going to be about 30 players around the ball. Stone gets up. And Austin Shepherd off the bottom of the pack as well. So another ball up. Still 30 out from Leopold's goal. Bumstead tried to get it down. And through the middle, Clark just dragged Dylan Starkey with him. The umpire says, I'm going to have to ball it up again. So still 30 out from Leopold's goal. Bumstead goes up and gets the ball down. And ball not going anywhere. And I've had enough. Kingy, see if you can get it out of there.
Well, Starkey took the footy and then wrapped his left arm around the neck of Billy Ritchie. He could have, Billy Clark. He could have argued there might have been a free kick there, but either way, chance for Leopold again. Stone took the footy after the ruck contest and he couldn't go anywhere, and this has just become a rolling maul for the moment. Leopold in attack, trailing by 1. The two-time reigning premier against the two-time losing grand finalist. Williamson might have caught one high. I reckon he did. He was able to draw a free kick, and he will have a shot at goal either to tie the score or give Leopold the lead in the shadows of half-time. 25 playing 24. It's going to be a battle of wills the second half.
Yeah, certainly plenty of opportunities there for both sides to change their style a bit, and we'll talk about it at half-time, but there's definitely opportunities for both sides out there.
Matty Kershaw in the expert chair for the Sporting Globe. Eat, Drink, Sport, Ryrie Street in Geelong. That place would have been rocking on Thursday night when the Cats and the Dogs did battle. 50 big screens, so you don't miss a minute of the action. Brock Williamson leans back and finishes nicely. The inaugural Frank Foppiani medalist. They'll be toasting Frank out at Windsor Park this afternoon. Kirsch, 30 years since the first of the flags. I think he played in it. I think he played in the. Did he play in the 93? Did he play in the 93 one?
Yeah, he would have. I reckon he
came
would
across from Cryo and played in that.
Beat us at. Well, yeah, they beat everyone really.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry, who didn't they? Who didn't they beat? And Brock Williamson kicks the goal, and the margin is 5 points on the second quarter. Lifeline Geelong scoreboard: Leopold 4-6-30, South Barwon 3-7-25. We've played 24.5 minutes.
Yeah, good persistence there from Leopold. Just keep it locked up in their forward half or inside their forward 50, and they finally got their shot on.
Tyler Watts kicked it out of the ruck contest towards Hughes. He got the handball away, but missed the target. Marcus Thompson kick off the ground. Came from Riley Stone for Leopold. Goes towards South Barwon's half-forward line. Getting across there, Williamson. Burgess, who uses a turn of speed, as we know he's got. He gets the handball to Brislane. Kept his width at centre wing. He goes towards half-forward. Back inside to Thompson. Marcus squeezes the ball towards the pocket. And no mark taken. Wagner puts the tackle on. Clark's in there as well. And Todd White also on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will come in and ball it up about 30 out from the Leopold goal. So, ball up, Bumstead, pushed off the ball by Callett. Ball up the chimney, Brislane, punch away for Leopold. Burgess, close to the boundary line at half forward, squeezes the kick towards the top of the square. Oh, fourth in line, no mark taken by Giddings. His kick around the corner was okay. He just missed though and threw for one behind to Connor Giddings. 2 goals. Won his personal tally. 4-7-31 Leopold. South Barwon 3-7-25. Lifeline Geelong K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard.
Fraser Fort went and got the footy, but whether he'll have the kick-in duties, that's up for debate. In fact, he just hands up the handballs back to the goal square, and Dylan Starkey will look to reset. And I suspect we'll look to stay on that outer side of the ground where most of the play has been today. And he goes short into the right back pocket to a man whose number we can't see, but we know it's Sam James. Even all his tape on his shoulder is covered in mud. He'll drive a kick to half-back. He went looking for Todd White, who on the juggle might have completed the mark. Umpire said no, knocked from his grasp, and he'll be holding the ball, and Todd White just has to hang his head and go, I'm not sure about that. And Harris Jennings with the resultant free kick. Now, Harris Jennings has got a magnificent boot on him. Now, too far out to score, but he'll get it deep inside forward 50, and Fraser Fort says, I'll gobble that up, thanks very much, just playing behind the ball for the moment. Fort will drive it back from whence it came. Trent Thompson sets himself off his hands. Harry Wall's been okay in game number 2 for the Polders. Kick around the corner. Sam James in a sparing dive, couldn't take it cleanly. Lost in the tackle there. Laid on Austin Shepherd, but the umpire had blown the whistle to say, give it to me, and we'll get a ball up just inside 50 for the Polders. They lead by 6, looking to push that margin into double figures before half-time.
White's got it down. Wagner, very good. Sharked it. Piano Tuna has kicked a goal. Metricon goal of the day from Logan Wagner. Took a beautiful tap down from Tyler Watts and just 2 steps kicked the goal. And that is what we've come to expect from the number 9 at Leopold. He kicks his first of the afternoon and drags the margin out to 12. 5-7-37 Leopold, South Barwon. 3-7-25 Lifeline Geelong, K-Rock. Second quarter scoreboard in the experts chair. Thanks to the Sporting Globe Geelong. Eat, drink, sport. Here's Kirsch.
Spoke about it throughout the call that Wagner hasn't exactly set the game on fire, but he just needs those small moments, those little half-metre opportunities particularly around stoppages. He knows his craft, he knows his ability, and he knows his finish, and that's exactly what he does. Second half going to be huge for him now that he's got himself into the game and finished off with some nice goal work.
A couple of handy ones late for Leopold. Give themselves a couple of goal buffer. That was a back heel by Tyler Watts. Might be Williamson with the footy who's brought to ground. Will get a ball up. And another stoppage. Brock Williamson will be one that will... His mum will need a whirlpool at the end of the day, you would have thought. Watts winning the tap down. Williamson there again. Chance. Might have been a push in the back there on Richardson. Umpire said play on. Stonefist to the loose footy forward. Starkey was first there and then just ragdolled in the tackle. It was a good one too that brought him to ground at the top of the 50. Williamson doing some hard work again, and we'll get another stoppage. This time just outside 50 for the Polders. 28.5 minutes played on the Barwon Foods second quarter time clock.
Watson, Callett. Callett gets it down. Kick away by Jet Matthews inside 50. Handball on the up to Clark. Had to go back and get it. Hughes worries him out of it, but Clark's second if it was okay. Got it away to Tate Porter. He gets the handball over the top. Close to the boundary line. The piano tuner again. What can he do this time? Left foot kick. Top of the square. Needs a mark. Oh, Jennings goes up off the hands and through to Sam Scott. He kicks the goal. So Sam Scott with a late one as well. And Leopold, they move to 6-7-43 and they lead South Barwon 3-7-25. Lifeline Geelong, K-Rock second quarter scoreboard, and Kirsch, just weight of numbers and effort there, isn't it?
Absolutely. Just in the blink of an eye, you can see what Leopold's skill level can do when they get up and about. And it was Wagner again. Like, just that smart kick on his left, deep in the pocket. You know some players that might shank that with the breeze coming at them or blaze away and have a shot. Wagner put it to the top of the square, let the bigs go at it, and then the smalls done their job in Sammy Scott and finishes the game off with a nice goal.
What did you field in cricket, Jakes?
Second slip.
Not based on your effort with the pen that's just gone flying out of the van.
I was trying to get rid of a bug and I threw the pen outside. It's great.
Umpire puts it into the air for Watts and Callett. Watts went to ground, pick up by Wagner, got a push in the back, but got a handball on the up to Porter. Porter flicks it wide onto the outer wing. Wall out there with Hughes for Wombat Gully Plant Farm. Good little match up, the inexperienced versus the experienced. Leopold will get it towards left half forward and out of bounds for a boundary throw in. It's not a day for clean skill here this afternoon. It's just a battle of who wants it the most, and at the moment Leopold just a little bit more, leading by 18 points. Time on has been good for them, and the margin is 18 as we approach the major break. Breeze has got up again, roving out the back. Porter, a quick kick towards the goal square, back with the flight. Goff went the spoil, he could have marked, didn't really clear the area. Scott couldn't keep his feet, got a handball away, getting back to help out with Starkey. Goff outside of the right boot. Gee, that's a little bit ambitious. Harris Jennings picked up the loose footy, got a handball away quickly under pressure. Head over the footy and dumped as he tried to kick with Sam Scott. Went about 3 metres, and we'll get a stoppage as the siren sounds for half-time. So crisis averted late for South Barwon. They would hate to have gone in with their score almost doubled at the main break, but it's 3 goals in time on that have proved the difference in this one so far. A real arm wrestle, but Leopold with goals to Williamson, Wagner and Scott have been able to push out to an 18-point buffer at the main break. That second quarter in support of Lifeline Geelong. We're here. Connection is prevention. Call 13 11 14. Jane Birch is quickly out onto McDonald Reserve. She'll go and have a chat, I suspect, with one of the Leopold players as they head towards the rooms, and they'll be happy with that first half performance, you would suspect. Coach Luke Kelly not here, no doubt, listening to us through the live stream while he's away on work commitments. But Leopold quickly pulled into a huddle. They aren't leaving the ground yet. Just having a look, it might be addressing the players there. I don't think it's Marcus Thompson, but either way, they've now broken away from that huddle, and Jane Birch has quickly headed over there. Who's Birchie going to extract from the pack for a quick couple of words? I think she's going to have a chat with the veteran Sam Scott. Down to you, Birchie. You've got Sammy with you.
Yeah, Sam, bit of an arm wrestle there in that first half. No one could really make good use of the breeze, but you guys got those couple of late goals in time on, which is really handy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange start. That wind's so strong, but everyone's scoring against it. I think both teams just haven't got the ball in long, and we started to that second half. We just said, let's just get it in and let the forwards get to work, and we got some reward from our smalls as well, which was good for all the ball.
And sometimes we've often seen in this league that teams do quite well against the breeze because you sort of play that disciplined way. You chip the ball around and don't try and just go for territory. But late, you actually did that and it came off and you got a couple of quick goals. So maybe, you know, there's something in that as well.
Yeah, definitely. We know South Barwon roll off all the time, so we always tend to hit up on them. So it works well when we're going into the breeze, but we continue to try and do that. But yeah, once we got it in long, we started to really get some looks at goal, which was great.
And you love a goal. That was a good one just at the end there. Nice snap.
Yeah, I don't know how many I got left in me, so I got to celebrate all of them. So
well done. Good luck for the second half.
Sam Scott there with Jane Birch. It's half-time here at McDonald Reserve. Win a $1,000 fuel voucher only at APCO, South Geelong and Warn Ponds. Polders by 18 points. Live breathe. K-Rock footy.
I'm gonna shoot my shot. The whistle has blown. United we stand. We'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all. This is our time. You know what it is. Now we take what's mine. One, we'll never give up. Are you ready to win? We'll fight to the end. Now it's time to defend. It's a game of survival. I'm gonna shoot my shot. The whistle has blown. United we stand. We'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all.
Best mate ever since. Whether you stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Time to take a look at the stats for the game so far. Thanks to Curse High, we have Bruce.
Oh, yes. Well, we've got some exciting weekends ahead, that's for sure. They've got the range, the quality, a strong team. In fact, did you know they've clocked up over 40 years in Geelong?
The Cats, they've been around a bit more than that, Bruce.
Oh, no. Kerr's higher.
What about the stats for the game?
Well, statistically, I shouldn't even be here. I've got a patio to pay.
Kerr's Hire, North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove. kershire.com.au.
Get a good night's sleep with Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds. Quality mattresses by Tempo, Sealy Posturepedic, Sleepmaker and King Coil by AH Beard. With major savings. Adjustable bed bases, bed frames, kids' bedroom furniture, bunk beds and storage pieces. Customisable Australian-made bedroom furniture to suit your space and style. Luxurious pillows, quilt covers, sheet sets and more. Get behind the Cats this season with your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Here's another powerful reason to choose Tyre Power. At Tyre Power, you deal with owners who are proudly independent. We're not just tyre experts. Tyres are our life and livelihood. And because many Tyre Power owners are part of your local community, you can trust our family to look after yours. Visit tyrepower.com.au or call 13 21 91 for your local independent owner.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Half-time thanks to Blackman's Brew, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. Ren and Jess Blackman and all the team. Oh, Pivot City Lager tonight might be nice, just watching the footy.
Heater on.
Heater on. Electric, even the electric blanket's got a little bit of work.
Everything. Couple of Pivot Cities.
Did you play it North Shore and Lara?
What?
You're as soft as butter now.
Yeah, I was still getting cold.
Electric blanket and some Ugg boots. Have a look at him.
Hey? Little crochet blanket and me. Blackman's beer.
You're unbelievable. You're in homestyle aged care already, I reckon.
Over 55 lifestyle living.
Jane Birch is boundary side for us. Thanks to Leopold Sport, is your complete family venue. Birch, are you still within earshot of us at the moment?
Oh, she's inside at the half-time.
Actually,
hello.
If she might have gone. Actually, talking about half-time, not hosting it is Tim Sherman.
Yeah, no, where's he? Bogota
right now, no, he's in Vancouver at the Hello World Annual Conference.
Oh,
what a junket.
Hang on, Junkett.
Correct.
Oh, how's he going? The Hello World Conference.
Yes, so...
what do you reckon 1,000 travel agents talk about?
Travel.
Where to go next?
Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Pretty quiet on the injury front for St John of God Hospital, caring for our community for 50 years. But we do need to go around the grounds. VFLW today, unfortunately, Geelong still winless after 6 rounds. Taylor Hassett has had a real baptism of fire, the new coach. 3-6-24, the Cats losing to Essendon 9-10-64. And in the AFL game completed today, already one done, bounced to 12-35. Carlton 12-10-82 are now in a world hurt is how you'd describe it. The Giants 17-8, 110 back on the winners list with a 28-point victory. Rest of the GFNL, please, Jace. Round 6 today.
Yes, Bell Park 33 lead Geelong West 13. Colac 63 lead Lara 9. St Albans 40 lead Newtown and Chilwell 31.
They do have a winning record recently against Newtown.
They do. They beat them last year, didn't they? That's right, absolutely. And Grovedale 79 lead North Shore 9.
Ouch.
Ouch. Yes. Ballerine football, round 7. No score, Drysdale Torquay. Don't know what's happening down there. Geelong Abbott 63, Ocean Grove 10, Mottawarri 39 in Josh Finch's game-breaking record game. They lead. Barwon Heads 24. Queenscliff 63 doing a number on Port 22 and Anglesea 47 doing a number on Newcombe 20.
Okay, Newcombe started that one well.
They did.
So right now it is an interesting Ballerine round of matches. Drysdale Torquay is the one we're keeping a close eye on. And in the GDFNL,
it's round 7. Werribee 53 now lead, Anarchy 51. Belpo still 69 lead, Corio 45. North Geelong 38 lead, Winchelsea 30. Inverleigh 34 lead, East Geelong 31. Thompson 30 lead, Bannockburn 25. And Belmont 32 lead, Geelong West 24.
Interesting afternoon. Thank you for that, Jason Doherty. Just some stats, Kirch, that you've been keeping an eye on this afternoon. Kerr's Hire, quality equipment for hire and sales. North Geelong, Grovedale and Ocean Grove.
Well, given the conditions and given the two sides, their status in the competition, it's no surprise to see that everything's pretty tight, apart from that scoreboard in the last 4 minutes that sort of edged away in Leopold's favour. But inside 50, surprisingly, it's pretty close considering the conditions. And South Barwon 21, Leopold 27. They had the last 6 entries, Leopold, so that certainly helped their inside 50 count. Clearance-wise, it's almost similar, 17-19, and Leopold have just got some ascendancy with their clearances. They got 2 scores from this, 2 goals from their last 3 stoppages, so they've done some work there. Marks inside forward 50, a little bit lower on average for both sides, 7-5 in favour of South Barwon. Given the condition, that's no surprise. Intercept marks, both in the top 3 for intercept marks of the competition, and South Barwon is 6 and Leopold with 9. So sort of not having it all their own way, both sides, except for the scoreboard. Leopold, as mentioned, 3 goals.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Good work by you as always with all those stats for Kerr's Hire. It's half-time thanks to Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. A break from McDonald Reserve. Second half not too far away. We'll have a look at the head-to-head for Breakwater Meadowland on the other side of this. Giddings versus Caldu, the 2 key forwards for their respective teams, Leopold and South Barwon. It's the Polders by 18 at the main break. Thanks to Epco Cafe 24/7. Lip breathe, Carrock Footy.
K-Rock's Tim and Jess.
So they're calling it a mini-moon. Essentially, it's just like a small asteroid. It's about 10 metres wide. It's coming so close to the Earth that it's getting picked up by the
gravitational pull.
And it's going to do one loop
and then
get flung straight back out into the universe.
Yeah. Well, can we give it a more catchy name?
Murray the Moon.
Murray the Moon. There we go.
Excellent.
That's all I needed.
They're expecting Murray to start his orbit as of September 29.
That's nice. Now I'm worried for Murray. The Murray worry is quite high. Thank you very much.
Voted by a panel of their peers to most likely make you laugh whilst driving home in 2025. Tim and Jess on K-Rock. Your future, your hands. Study at the Gordon.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Hamlin Homes, with over 40 years of commitment building homes throughout Geelong and the Surf Coast. Hamlin Homes is family operated, born, raised and living in Geelong and committed to thriving into the future. Committed to building quality, sustainable homes. Committed to supporting you throughout your building journey. Hamlin Homes, built on a commitment to local trades, using premium quality materials, including a roof made from Colorbond steel. Hamlin.com.au. CDB-U 52938.
All this footy making you peckish? Time for some Zambrero feel-good mix. Incredible burritos, bowls and nachos. Cook slow and serve fast with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. Plus, when you buy a regular or big burrito or bowl, Zambrero donates a meal to someone in need through the Plate for Plate initiative. Feel extra good about every bite. Grab your Zambrero now. Geelong West, Ocean Grove and Torquay. Or order online so you don't miss any of the action. Zambrero, feel good mix.
At Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds, meet the next generation of computing power, the new Intel Ultra processors. With AI and Windows Copilot, these computers have never been faster or smarter. For technology that's not just ahead of the curve, but bending the curve, talk to Geelong's experts in tech and discover how you can upgrade your world. Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds, proudly bringing you the future of computers, now.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Half-time for Blackman's Brewery, the ultimate half-time beer made in Geelong. Of course, now pouring at GMHBA Stadium. So when you are there watching the Cats, make your way to the bar. Try yourself a little Mervyn Pale Ale, the Greg Mervyn. Well,
Greg Mervyn.
Mervyn. I tell you what, though, there might be a presidential coup if things keep going the way they are at Ocean Grove. He's been in the job all of about 7 minutes.
I think what Merv said to me when I saw him earlier in the season was he was the last person to step back.
Right.
So I think it wasn't his real want, but I think he's enjoying it. But they might need to get a player or 7, don't they?
Yes, so Nick Burke back today, but some injuries haven't helped this year. Taj Wybird is out for an extended period. Good to see Nick Burke back.
Yes.
His body has failed him, it's fair to say, at times over the journey. The former Geelong rookie, but thank you to Blackman's Brewery for bringing us half-time. Time for the head-to-head, thanks to Breakwater Metal and Steel Projects Made Easy. Oh, look who's here. Now, look, we wax lyrical about...
It's a photo off.
Pixel Sports Media, Jason Boris, very, very good friend of Carrot Football, but a gentleman that we are a big fan of here in the local sports media landscape is the boy from the Grammar.
Oh, he's from the Grammar.
From the Grammar, Mike Dugdale from the Geelong Advertiser. Duggers, always a pleasure to see Duggers here at the footy. He should have retired a long time ago and be enjoying retirement, but the lure of being behind the lens is just too much for Duggers.
Got a massive lens there.
And also, he lives in the borough. So land rates have gone up there, so he's somehow got to afford those. So, no, great fella, Mike Dugdale. Legend. If you don't know Mike Dugdale...
haven't been around Geelong.
You're missing out, because he's just one of the great people, Duggers.
The legend.
And he takes a joke well, too, which is always a pleasure. Now, you are this side of... is it Fellows Road? Is that the boundary, Duggers, at Point Lonsdale? You're in the borough.
He's in the borough.
Yeah, I thought you were.
He votes in the borough elections. He's not voting the City of Great Geelong. That's right. You're in the right side.
He got Bob Merriman in as mayor a couple of times.
Oh, gee. Bob. Excuse me, His Royal Highness.
RF Merriman, thank you. Yes. Both teams are back out on the ground, and we need for Breakwater Meadowland to talk about Matt Caldew and Connor Giddings, Kirsch.
Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, it's all the Giddings show, because he's the one who's sort of taken advantage of his opportunities up forward. He's had the 4 kicks, 3 marks. He kicked the 2 goals, one where Caldow's been really well held down the other end by Will Sheen. They've done a bit of a number on him thus far. Hasn't had the opportunities, only the 4 kicks and the 1 mark, and hasn't had much influence on this game. So, he needs a big second quarter and second half, sorry, and there's some opportunities for him with the Breeze, I'd suggest.
Thank you for that, Kirsch. Breakwater Meadowland Steel Projects Made Easy, joining us on Carrot Football in 2025. 44 Leather Street in Breakwater. They love talking steel, love talking footy too, and they have a real focus on making any steel project you're working on easy. They will look after everybody.
Where are the Swans? Where are they?
They come. Yeah, they come.
We haven't emerged. We're probably not at that point, because with people in the field, we couldn't start the game anyway.
That'd be funny.
Have seen that happen in
Have
junior.
you really?
Saw it happen in a junior game.
Yes.
Where a Bellarine team this is going back 35 years. Bellarine team didn't emerge in time from like an under 15 or under 18 half time, and they started without them.
Arthur's here too. Arthur's made the trip over.
Yeah, good to see Arthur here.
Arthur here.
Yeah, he recovered from Thursday night, I believe.
He looks a bit better than he did on Thursday night. Did a bit of work with the Catman, I think, on Thursday
So
night.
Leopold, for those Leopold listeners, they have their past Players' Day on June 28 against Bell Park, I believe it is, that afternoon, and they're celebrating their 1990 premiership, 35 years, and of course coached by Peter Lang and Phil Talliaboo. Person Tags.
Some Tags, eh? There you go.
And apparently Tags is here today.
Are we social members going to that too, are they? Or what's going on there?
Is it on a Sunday?
We're on a Saturday.
I won't be there.
I think you're on the roster, though.
Oh, right.
Are we going there?
Yes, we're there that day. We are there that
Might
day.
as well stay overnight and be there Sunday.
What do you got for us, Birchie?
Sammy James is in a new jumper. It's number 19.
Right. Thank you for that. Third quarter action, thanks to Barwon Timber. We're underway. Leopold by 18.
Here we go, and getting it down in the middle was Connor Giddings, who's having a run in the ruck too at the moment. So, in fact, it might be Bumstead, is it? He's got a moustache. He looks like Connor Giddings now too. And there's Sammy James with a beautiful white jumper. He gets the first kick of the third term. Goes towards Connor Wederman. Boris rides the bump and gets it away. Kick around the corner from Paddy Burke for South Barwon. Handball by Jennings. Gives it to the Undertaker. Sheehan goes out. Boards okay. Finds Brislane at half back.
Brislane with it. Right half back. Will drive a kick towards the wing. Nick Ash front position. Had it spoiled away from him by Burke, and we'll get a ball up. And also there is Billy Ritchie, who was busy early. Umpire Douglas says, give it to me. I'll put it into the air one more time. Bumstead got worked off the footy by Keller, but Thompson won the ball. A handball into the path of Wagner. The breeze seems to have died for the moment with a handball of Williamson with one bounce. He can keep running if he likes. In fact, wants to pull the kick to pitch. I'm not sure he didn't keep running. Knocked away by Wiedemann, and Wiedemann won the footy with his kick into the face of a teammate who's gone to the ground, and it's going to end up in the hands of Leopold. Wagner. Williamson again, this time a little bit better. His short kick is okay. And the mark taken there by Ash. Who is that South Barwon player?
Boris.
Yeah,
Boris,
he's got the old-fashioned Falcon as the kick goes back from Ash to Wagner, and then Wagner to the run of Sheehan, cruising past, driving kick, not a great one. Hands off the hands though of Stevenson. Chance to clear here for South was Callett, a high floating ball, and it's going to land on the chest of Jet Matthews as he got a good little block from Jennings.
Get away now to Jennings, left foot kick into the pocket. It's over the head of Tyler Watts, goes back towards goal. Handball back inboard looking for Giddings, but South Barwon, they are going to be able to clear it. And the kick goes to Pollock. And he goes with a left foot kick, wheels around and goes towards half back with the kick, but the condiments there. Pepper gets it around the corner towards Williamson. His little handball on the up. Ash, handball back towards Williamson. Thompson, Williamson. He gets wrapped up straight away by White, not going anywhere. The umpire says held to him. And it will be a ball up 50 out from goal. It hit Ethan Boris so hard, his mouth guard actually went about 10 metres out of his mouth. He had to go and reclaim it.
That might be the modelling career over. Boundary ball up, I should say. Watts won the Bumstead won the tap down. Chance here for Williamson. Handball, tried to get it out towards Wagner, but getting in the way was Boris. He puts a kick up the shot tower towards half back. Cunningham was a sitting duck, lost it in the tackle of Brislane. Ball spills out at right half forward for Leopold into the waiting arms of Burgess, and we're going to get another stoppage. This is how Leopold want it played. Well, that breeze, just down to you, Birchie, for an update for Goddings on the conditions. Have we just seen a slight drop in I suppose, the ferociousness of the breeze as the free kicks paid in the ruck contest?
Yeah, it's a bit blustery. It had dropped, you were right, just at the start of the quarter, but it's picked up again since.
Bumstead inside 50, or Boris should have marked. He actually went to spoil, and in knocking it away, might open the door here for Leopold, although he's going to run under the loose footy himself. He ran out of room, and then he knocks it away. Noble tried to fist it forward, but it was out of bounds already. We'll get a boundary thrown. It'll come back towards right half forward for Leopold. 3 minutes played on the Barwon Foods time clock in this third quarter. South Barwon 3-7-25. Leopold 6-7-43. Barwon Timber. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980.
So throw in for Callett and Bumstead. Callett tries to take it out the ruck contest, falls to the back. Pup tries to tap it on. Marcus Thompson held on to the umpire, says play on Boris. He's wrapped up this time. He's not going anywhere. Brislane puts the tackle on. We're going to the ball up.
From the KFCX, one time when Nick Atkins coached Joey's, we were late after half time and Moose Nolan threw the ball up before we were in position.
That sounds like a thing that would happen. Thompson puts the tackle on. Bear hug. In the end, gives away a free kick. And Sammy James pretty happy. Pup can't believe that he's given away a free kick. So James, and then unfamiliar number 19 goes along inside 50. That's a good mark, was it? No. Might have been dropped. Might have been on a half volley. And it's going to come back. Harris Jennings Thought he'd taken the mark. The umpire's got no idea.
They're conferring to see where. I think it's hit. I reckon it hit the ground, but Harris Jennings, I reckon, conceded.
Third umpire.
Yep, and he's been pated in the end.
He has.
Is Harris Jennings the third umpire?
He is today. He goes to the kick outside towards centre wing on the outer side. Big good mark over the top corner. Giddings, Hamlin hanger on centre wing for Leopold.
Giddings with it. Long way from home, though. He's kicked 2 goals this afternoon, which are like gold on an afternoon like this, but that breeze has got up again. I may have spoken too soon. He kicks it into that breeze. It sits in the teeth of it. Spoil from behind Callett. Front of the pack, Sam Scott will track it towards the boundary line. I've got a sneaking suspicion based on his words to Birchie at half-time. We might be in the last dance of the career of Sam Scott. 158th game today, 115 goals and a triple premiership player. He's nearing the end, I suspect. Boundary throw-in. Went with the breeze back towards the middle of the ground. Thompson, though, was able to get out of trouble with a handball to Bumstead, who gave it to Wagner. Wagner just checked his kick and did it nicely, and Williamson marks in front of the APCO sign at right half forward.
Goes short. It's okay as well. Finds Billy Ritchie. 65 from goal. He goes short to the outer side. The condiment takes the mark. Pepper. Sam James stands the mark. He's come around. The umpire says he's got to kick it now. He does. Into the pocket. Oh, that's a good mark. And he's just gone around the boundary line. Brislane's taken it. Oh, his kick was always going to be smothered, though. He didn't go back far enough on the mark. And South Barwon's defence working overtime. Wiedemann holds it up. And that breeze... Good on you, Kingy. I thought you said it had gone somewhere.
Mozzed the breeze.
He mozzed it. So,
oh, look at this afternoon tea that's just been rolled in from the good people of South Barwon. Thank you very much.
Very nice of them. I'm supposed to bring hamburgers, but everybody else ate them, so that was great. So
Thanks
that was very
for letting me know. I'll be back soon.
Ball in the air from the ruck contest. White had a fumble, time to recover and then kick a high ball off his non-preferred left that'll bounce towards the boundary line. Burke is there for South Barwon. That's Paddy. Thompson, Trent, and he's been pinged for holding the ball. He took the tackle on after taking the footy, and the free kick will go to Lockie Noble, who's been kept company for Wombat Gully Plant Farm this afternoon by Andrew Pepper. Long ball towards half forward, and Matt Caldu's claiming that. No, umpire said play on, and Harris Jennings wraps him up. Matt Caldu maybe was a bit ambitious in claiming that mark. There were plenty of sets of hands on that at the 50-metre line at left half forward. Thrown into the air again. Bumstead, Callett, here's Noble through traffic. High kick, snap into the left forward pocket. Chance for Jennings to attack it for Leopold. Can he keep it alive? He does. He knocks it into the path of Burgess. Burgess with a low kick. He didn't get good purchase. He's kicked it straight to Sam James for South.
James goes inside 50 with the kick. Oh, Sheehan can't take it. Thompson, Trent, his handball over the top. Didn't hit a target. They need to pick it up off the ground. They do. Ritchie gives it backwards. Set his teammate up a task. And tackle comes straight away. So South Barwon's forwards working overtime. And we're going to have a ball up. Harry Cunningham put that tackle on. So about 30 out from goal. We're going to have a ball up. Bumstead. Pepper's in there as well. Ball spills free. Noble. Kick out of the pack. Right foot. Up towards the goal square. Oh, that's just a kick indiscriminately by Burgess. Close to the boundary line. And out of bounds now for a throw in at right half forward for South Barwon. They're 3-7-25. They trail Leopold 6-7-43. And we've played 8 minutes in this third term on the Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to you, Donga Road, North Geelong.
Not the worst kick actually out of there in the
smart
end.
Kick.
It actually sat up on its point, which meant it was never going to be insufficient intent. Here's a clearing kick for Leopold from Marcus Thompson. It'll bounce at the feet of Riley Stone. Took it on the bounce, tried to shimmy away from Huggins, but lost the footy in doing so. Wall to help him out. Handball. Wagner through traffic, went to kick, had it knocked from his grasp, and that'll be a boundary throw-in, or is it out in the full? That'll be a boundary throw-in. Didn't get his boot on it, and we'll have it hurled back into play. And in fact, it might have come off his thigh. So a little leg by signalled by the boundary umpire.
My student again, he's doing a great job.
Thank you, Birchie. Boundary throw-in. Jane Birch down boundary side for Leopold Sporties. Little handball away there from Richardson to a teammate who was wrapped up instantaneously. So we'll go again with another stoppage. Bumstead winning the tap. Richardson tried to palm it down. He did successfully to James, wearing the number 19 in this second half. High floating ball. Spoil came from Jennings, and off the back of his fist it rolled into the waiting arms of Sheehan. Short kick. Marcus Thompson, who gave a handball to Jet Matthews. Matthews kick for space now. Wants Ash to run onto it, but the kick had too much pepper on it, and it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in at true centre wing. South Barwon 3-7-25. Leopold 6-7-43. We have gone 9 minutes in this third quarter, and there's been no addition to the Barwon Timber K-Rock scoreboard.
Yeah, Leopold would be absolutely stoked with this at the moment. It was the first time the ball was on this top side of the ground, and Leopold really wanted to get it to the other side, which they did, and they can easily defend that side of the ground, which they have for the past 10 minutes.
Ball from the ruck contest. South Barwon have got it. They get it long. Hughes goes towards half forward with the kick. Caldu wants to wheel around. He thought about the handball, then he did beautifully to Harry Cunningham. Short little kick, though, by Jennings towards Thompson. Oh, great play, Marcus Thompson. Handball over the top at half back. Measures the pass. The Undertaker goes along the line. Centre wing. Williamson gives it away to the piano tuner. He gives it away again through some traffic. Back towards Ash. He gets it on the outboard again to Williamson. They go towards centre half forward, but the kick was chopped off. Rowan Goff read it the better. And it's kicked a kick across there. He goes into the middle of the ground. It was okay. Wiedemann took it. Hasn't got much running past Connor Wiedemann. Fort comes up at him. Grumpy goes up, gets a hand to it, can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack, handball by K-Rock's own. Gets it on the outboard to Jennings. Leopold again. They go towards half-back. Brislane takes it at half-back.
Darcy Brislane, early stages of his career, and looks in a very accomplished footballer. Short kick. What's his target inside 50? It's Riley Stone. Just over his head. He'll track back, but James will beat him to the footy. Handball just out of the reach of Lockie Wiedemann. He'll have to go back and retrieve it. And then kicks off balance on his left. Rowan Goff sliding in on the knees. Takes a good mark. A Hamlin hanger contended down low at left half back.
So Goff from half-back goes towards centre wing on the outer side. Good kick. Elzinger can't take the mark. The Undertaker at the back to the condiment. He gets it over the top. Sheehan back towards the centre wing position. Now goes to Nick Ash. His handball back inboard. Porter got it to Wagner. The piano tuner on the outboard. Ash followed it up as well. Goes inside 50 with the kick. Oh, that's a good mark. Connor Giddings, 6'5", and takes it on his bootstraps. Goes long with the kick. Brislane has to sit and wait for it, and does. 35 out directly in front for a chance for Leopold 7.
He's a good size, Darcy Brislane.
He is. Look,
how was that from Connor Giddings?
Great take, but they're their own worst enemies at the moment, South Barwon, because all they're doing is they're not looking to attack the top side. They kicked it. Wiedemann went back to where the numbers were on the outer side, which is where all Leopold numbers are, because that's the way they want to defend. They haven't attacked the top side once, and that's why they're not scoring.
Brislane for the 7th for Leopold. He kicks through it with the breeze. That's a good kick. Darcy Brislane, and he has put his first on the board, and the 7th for the Lions. They go to 7-7-49. They lead South Barwon 3-7-25. Barwon Timber K-Rock, third quarter scoreboard. Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980.
They've got to be brave with the ball. They have to be. They have to come the top side no matter what, or through the corridor at minimum. At the moment, they're just happy to go back, like I mentioned, on the outer side, where Leopold are one of the best defensive sides they have been for the last couple of years, and they know exactly how to do this, defend the ground, defend the opposition, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
I think it's over, to be honest with you.
Well, the way the game's
like
being played, South Barwon have got no ball movement. They're stagnant, they're happy to kick long.
Watson Callett in a wrestle in the middle of the mud pit that is the centre wicket area here at McDonald Reserve. It's hard to believe only 2 months ago we were playing cricket on it. Umpire puts it into the air again, another stoppage. Callett got a hand on it this time. Williamson tried to take it, left it behind. Stone came again. He's been good this afternoon, Riley Stone. Enjoyed his game. But we'll get another stoppage. And Leopold are happy with this, leading by 24, and will kick with the aid of the breeze in the last. 13 minutes almost played on the Barwon Foods third quarter time clock. Ruckman nullify each other, trying to barge his way through with Shepherd. Wagner on the up, got it to Williamson, calls her a throw, didn't get paid. Kicked a half forward, pitcher down low, couldn't take the mark. Williamson will come one way, Boris the other. Williamson freed the arms, got a handball away, but the handball that went straight into the waiting arms of Brislane means he's going nowhere because he's tackled, brought to ground by Lockie Wiedemann, and we'll get a ball up near the point of the square at left half forward. Rare attack on this broadcast side of the ground.
Watts gets it down, roved by Noble. He can't take it with him, no. Kick Out of the pack, Leopold, inside their forward 50 again. Oh, great pickup by Clark, who got it away. Handball on the outboard. Nick Ash, for a high kick up into the breeze. In fact, it might have been Wall. Comes back nearly towards him as well. South Barwon working overtime across half back. Try and keep it. Shepherd in there. And Nick Ash as well. Rolly Stone. And Pack develops. The umpire will come in and ball out. 45 out from the Leopold goal. And another ball up for Callett and Watts. Callett with a big thump away. Roved by Shepherd. Now it goes inside the centre square. It's going to be a one-on-one. Pepper. Oh, he gave one away high and he
legged him, actually.
Legged him, did he? Actually.
Yeah. I reckon that was professional from Pepper.
Lockie Noble held everything up there. So for Lockie Noble to have to go back over the mark and play on now.
Noble sends it long inside forward 50. They need a mark. They won't find one from Fort. Trent Thompson, though, has given away a free kick for too high, and Fraser Fort will get a shot at goal. Distance won't be an issue with this breeze, but after an earlier attempt at goal from the 2023 Joint Matheson medalist, coming off 6 last week, confidence levels might be not necessarily there, but very deliberate in his approach. He will have no problems covering the distance. Fraser Fort, from outside 50, got a good piece of it. In fact, he doesn't cover the distance. It's off the hands of the pack. Jennings, a handball into the pocket. Happy to see it out. Porter, although no, they keep it alive, and they'll look to attack via this broadcast side. They're happy to keep the ball alive at all opportunities. Burgess's handball got to Stone. Stone brought to ground by Huggins, going nowhere. And at right half forward, we'll get a ball up. Most teams will be willing to concede, get a stoppage in the back pocket, start again. Not Leopold, Kirsch.
Absolutely not. They want to keep that ball going forward. And when you've got momentum in a game, you want to keep going with it. But don't be surprised if they win this. They'll try and get it back out to the defensive side.
Watts gets it down. Rode by Starkey, ripped off the football. Stone puts the tackle on there for Leopold as well against the bigger Callett. Holds the ruckman up and he'll do some work again against Tyler Watts. Gets it down, Callett. Boris, he's not going anywhere either. Tackled straight away. And we will have another ball up. Still at right half forward for South Barwon. They need a goal right now. Watts gets it down. Boris wrapped up again, not going anywhere. They trail by 24.
Happy with this, aren't they, Jace?
Absolutely.
Just repeat stoppages.
Absolutely. Played 16 minutes in this third term. Barwon Foods time clock. Porter puts a tackle on. Ball spills to the side of the pack. Falling in the arms of James. He's pushed past the footy. The piano tuner plays for a free kick. Didn't get one. Callett's handball backwards. The Evangelist off a step. Goes inside. Forward 50. Bounce over a number. Caldu's there. Ford as well. Grumpy left foot kick around the corner. Misses. And through for one behind from Fraser Fort. Goal to his tally. 3-8-26 now, South Barwon. Leopold 7-7-49. Barwon Timber. K-Rock. Third quarter scoreboard.
I reckon that's South's first score since the 9-minute mark of the second quarter.
Wow. And it was a chaos ball. Like there was no opportunity for their forwards to mark. It was just the ball that went in a bit wobbly. And look, they got a shot off it, but sometimes you got to get it in a bit quick and fast and ugly and see what happens because the bigs aren't marking it.
So with 17 minutes almost played on the Barwon Foods third quarter time clock, South to win this game would need to double their score from here. So they're at 3-8, playing 7-7. The old mathematician's delight, 7-7-49. Now we're having some discussion down here that what the score was, and it now is confirmed as a behind. 17 minutes played. Sheehan with the kicking duties as he has done for most of the afternoon. You'll just check that kick towards right half back, but he's turned it over. That might be 52. Late little clip over the ear of Tom Burke. We'll have him march, and this is just a little spark they might need here, South Barwon. Took the mark, caught one high. It may have been Harry Wall that got him. And Tom Burke, who is yet to kick a goal in his very young GFNL senior career, has an opportunity to pull his side back into this contest. To cut the margin to 17 points, Tom Burke, from about 12 metres out, should really make no mistake, and doesn't. First goal of his career, and his teammates know it too. They come to him, 9, 10, 11 of them, to ensure that Tom Burke is recognised in game number 8 for kicking his first GFNL senior goal. They move to 4-8-32. Playing Leopold 7-7-49, and mathematicians everywhere are going off their collective trees. as we've played 18 minutes in this third quarter. Barwon Timber scoreboard. Thanks to Barwon Timber, Geelong owned and operated, building better since 1980.
Well, there wasn't much to those shots on goals, as we mentioned the previous point, and then obviously that's a 50-metre penalty. But you're right, it's a spark they might need. They've got to win this clearance. They've got to get the ball inside again, and they've got to get themselves back into this game. They've only got maybe 10 minutes at maximum left in this quarter with a breeze.
From the middle, Watts left in the end for Porter. Marcus Thompson, kick out of the gluey middle. Goes back towards Callett. He can't pick it up though. And Leopold happy.
Drysdale 52, Torquay 38 down at Mortimer.
So secondary bounce in the middle. Punched away by Watts. Goes towards Nick Ash on half forward, but Burke, the last goal scorer, clearing kick back towards half forward for South Barwon. The two number 31s go at it. The Undertaker for Leopold, kick around the corner, didn't hit the target though. Wiedemann comes back in ball with a kick short to Todd White, just 15, takes the mark right on centre wing for South Barwon. Here's an opportunity. They go in with the kick towards Fort, can't take the mark, back of the pack, ball spills free, comes towards Boris, his handball. And needs some support there. Nobody comes to help him. And in the end, the umpire will come in and ball it up about 50 out from the South Barwon goal.
Ethan might have got away with one there.
And I reckon the might have got a photo with that one too.
Yeah. Ball up. It's allowed to hit the ground. Head over at Chet Matthews. Down on hands and knees. Now laying a tackle on Cunningham, who took the footy and will get a ball up. Harry Cunningham playing game 44 this afternoon's quickly racked up some games over the last couple of years. It's hacked out of mid-air. It might have been off the boot of Watts. Now Jennings is going to claim that as a mark. It didn't go 15. And the umpire, after Jennings' tackle, says, I'll blow the whistle and we'll have another ball up.
You don't see that too often, Jace. Two number 31s on each other.
No, you don't, do you?
It's a rare number to sort of have on each other, isn't it?
From the ball up, we'll get another stoppage. Cunningham.
That's how well this game's going. We're talking about numbers on the backs of players. It's going well.
They've kicked into time on the Barwon Foods time clock.
See what else I can find.
Special comments.
You're sort of getting into Cam Mooney numerology. Sort of.
I was going to say it's more a kingy, kingy
that's
fact.
right, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's too obvious for me. There's a kick around the corner from Wiedemann, rolling and goaling.
Here we go.
Something to break the monotony. Liam Elsinger, I should say, around the corner, dribbles one through. And the margin is back to 11, and they've got some momentum, the Swans, as we approach three-quarter time. 5-8-38. Leopold, 7-7-49. It took them a while to get going with the breeze in this third quarter. But now they find themselves within a couple of kicks, and the game is well and truly back on. Elsinger with his first. 6th of the season. He's averaging a goal a game, so he was due at some point, and he keeps the Swans alive.
Yeah, like we said, there's not much fluency in this game of footy, so it's got to be get the ball in there and let the chaos ball go to work.
Callett with a big thump in the middle. Scott, who's having a run in there for Leopold. He gets a clearing kick to centre wing. Brislane comes off that wing position, wrapped up by Bartlett straight away, not going anywhere. And the umpire will ball it up just forward of the centre circle for South Barwon. Callett gets it down again, goes to White, draws a play and gives it to Bartlett, tries to kick it with the outside of the right boot. It got smothered. Goes towards centre wing. Thompson, handball towards Brislane. He tried to get it back towards Thompson. He's wrapped up now. Bartlett comes in. The umpire says it is held into him, and it will be a ball up. Centre wing on the outer side.
Got a listener message me from Broome Caravan. Sitting in his caravan listening to us in Broome.
Very good afternoon.
Warmer there than here.
Absolutely.
Tate Porter was very, very late on Richardson. Richardson's soaring back play. There's a kick out of bounds on the full. There should really be a free kick coming back to Richardson. He was taken high. Keep an eye on him, Birchie, for St John of God Hospital. Either way, the ball is kicked out in the full, and it's a free kick to Leopold at right half back. Kick towards the wing. Scott, the target. Marcus Thompson couldn't hang on to it. Scott picked up the loose footy, walked straight into a tackle. We'll get another stoppage. Right now, Leopold would be happy for three-quarter time. South Barwon with the momentum. They're struggling to get the ball forward of halfway. Pepper will look to do that now after roving the ruck contest. A high ball. Underneath it was Giddings. Says he claimed the mark there. He has. He's been told to play on, so he'll have to turn and kick quickly, and he does. Sees Billy Clark out by himself. Won't get it there. Goff got in the way. Clark had to play spoiler. Quick kick forward. is okay for South Barwon, although flying and marking Elsinger couldn't get his hands on it. Front of the pack, Palmy Pollock's got it. Turns and kicks on his left boot inside 50. Cleared Fraser Fort. Service for him hasn't been great. He won't be kicking 6 today, or will he?
If he does, they win.
If anybody's been known to turn it on.
Absolutely. We've seen it in a final, didn't we? It was 6 1/4 or 5 1/4. West Oval last year.
So a boundary throw in. Deep into South Barwon's attack. 23.5 played in this third term. Barwon Foods time clock. Sells the freshest fish direct to Udonga Road in North Geelong.
Biggest margin in the GD at the moment is 20 points.
Yes. Great competition, Kirsch. You might want to sort of keep your eye on that once in a while, I reckon.
Probably not.
Oh, well, Lara might be there at one stage. Anyway, back there. Boundary ball, boundary throw in. Getting it down Bumstead. And pack develops in front of that ruck contest. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Left forward pocket, southern end of the ground. South Barwon into attack. They trail by 11. Ball up. Oh, there's a real scramble in there. Fort falls into his arms. He gets the handball free. Sheen comes out, wrapped up by his alternate number 31. And as Kirsch told you, they're back right next to each other. And we're going to have a ball up again at about 25, 30 metres out from the South Barwon goal.
Umpire puts it in the air again. South looking for a late one and cut this margin to less than a kick and set us up for a big final quarter. The ball's not coming out of that pack. Elsinger's in there, the man who kicked the last goal. It cut the margin back to 11. 7-7 plays 5-8. Third quarter action thanks to Barwon Timber. Fort just fisted forward. Billy Ritchie was there. Sheen was clean. A handball released for Porter. Porter on the outside of the right boot trying to get it to Stone. It bounced away from Stevenson. Stone was able to pick it up and just kick for territory, and now it becomes a foot race. Wall will try and get there and lay a tackle. Did so. Laid a really good one. That's why he's in this senior side and held his spot after last week, as he brings his opponent Wiedemann to the Bartlett to the ground, and we'll get a ball up at the edge of the centre square.
So Callett up against Bumstead, falls the arms of Thompson. Brislane now handball, and McLean it was, in fact, gets it to Williamson. Short little right foot kick back in the middle to Marcus.
That wasn't 15.
14.75.
Oh, it wasn't even that.
And he takes the mark in the middle, goes towards half forward, comes broadcast side, Scott in the front, Wagner's there, Williamson's also there, slips over the crucial stage, gives it to the piano tuner, off a step, inside 50, it's all South Barwon and Giddings over the back of the pack. Which way's it going to go? Wiedemann's kick was smothered, goes back to the front now. It might be okay. James, who's had a good game outside of the right foot, goes towards centre wing. Pitcher leads in Cunningham in the race to the football. Will be able to keep it in, he won't. It runs away from him with the breeze, and it's out of bounds on centre wing on the outer side.
I think Daniel Pitcher was very happy to see that out. Just put himself between the ball and Harry Cunningham.
Absolutely. He was hoping it didn't bounce on its end and come back at him, I reckon.
They can come back and falcon you in the face if you're not careful. Ball back into play. About a couple of those today. Ethan Boris copped a good one from a teammate's kick. Callett won the tap down. Here's Pitcher again. White through traffic. Was able to get a handball away under pressure, but Burgess came across to see it out of bounds. And another boundary throwing. Well defended back here by South to ensure that Leopold don't jag a late one. Or that'd be a real pin in the bubble for the Swans if Leopold could find a late one here. As we've ticked past 26.5 minutes on the third quarter. Barwon Foods time clock sells the freshest fish direct to Udonga Road in North Geelong from the ruck contest. Little kick out of there. Paddy Burke went nowhere, and we're going to get another stoppage. So I think it's Brock Williamson who is brought to ground. In fact, it's Dan Pitcher, and we'll get another ball up.
So it's thrown in the air. Oh, the ruckman really get it. Goes to the side of the pack. Quick kick towards Hughes for South Barwon. Marcus Thompson back there, he can't pick it up. Tapped on by Boris. Handball at the back though to Williamson, who runs through. In fact, it's Burgess. Runs from half back to centre wing with the kick. Oh, great one-hander by Billy Ritchie. He plays on as well and goes towards half forward. Oh, he didn't see Boris out of the corner of his eye. And he got him, and he said it was a handball. And James is going to get it from centre half back for South Barwon, but it's open. If they can take the ball away, they can. Kick comes inside 50 now over the back, and getting back there, Harris Jennings reads it the better and saves the day for Leopold in the last line of defence.
I reckon Billy Ritchie might have given Brock Williamson a spray too, as if to say, somebody could have told me what was going on, that I was going to get blindsided by Ethan Boris. Jennings kicks marked by Harry Wall, who has had a solid afternoon. He goes short. Sheen will have to wait for it to bounce. Now confronted by Hughes. Was able to stand up in the tackle and then shrug it off. Kicks to the wing, and Goff, though, coming off Watts, took the mark on the chest. The long-sleeved Rowan Goff will send a kick towards forward 50, and Caldu marks. Rare Ford craft where they've been able to lead and receive a pass incoming this afternoon, the Swans. But this to pull the margin back to 5 as we approach three-quarter time. Matty Caldu.
Only his second mark, Kingy, and his first inside forward 50.
Well, he's number one in the competition with 27.
Tells you how hard a day it's been for him, well, forwards in general.
So averaging 5.5 marks inside 50 a game. That's his first of the day. He'll kick from around 50 and he will bomb one long, and he's very happy about it too.
Extremely.
Margin back to 5, 3 consecutive goals for the Swans, have them back in this contest. 6-8-44 South, Leopold 7-7-49, and we've got a cracker of a grand final rematch.
Absolutely, and it was the first time Leopold have really attacked this top side before Boris got that tackle on. Well, it was that less of a handball. He wouldn't get a game in a European handball side. That's for sure. It was that less of a handball. But anyway, nonetheless, the ball gets rebounded back and they get that ball inside forward 50. Rowan Goff does what he does best. Intercept mark, move the ball quickly. Their first sort of bit of separation up there from Sheehan, and Caldo does the rest.
So back to the middle, 29 played in this third term. Back to 5 points the difference. Watts and Callett. Watts gets it down. Roved in the middle by Sam James. He's wearing the number 19 in his third term. He's had a good game this afternoon. Watts again gets it down, left fist Thompson, right in the glue pot. White and Lockie Wiedemann put the tackle on him. He's not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up again. So third ball up in the middle. Oh, that's around the neck for Callett. Should have got a free kick. Umpire said no. Callett kicks it towards half forward. Elzinger's handball back to Boris. Bit of speed between the two of them. He gets the ball on the outside. And no mark taken by Fort. Close to the boundary line. And the umpire, I think boundary umpire will have a bit of work to do. The ball spilled over the boundary line. And no, in fact, it will be the central umpire who will do some work in the left forward pocket for South Barwon. He'll ball it up.
Useless Kerr's highest stat. South Barwon last kicked 10 goals in a game against Leopold when they last beat them here in 2017. So they've been kept to 9 or less in every game since, even in their only win.
Wow. That's not a useless stat. That's a very intriguing stat, Kingy.
Tapped down by Watts. He might only do his own roving as he tried to knock it towards Brislane. And it's just a rolling maul of players. It's pretty ugly out there. It's fair to say that this hasn't been a spectacle, but it has been absorbing because you've just been waiting for something to happen. The final quarter is going to serve up another tight part of the contest, you would suspect. Tap down by Watts. Fort just tried to knock it into space for somebody to run onto. Boris, a handball on the up was good. Quick kick by Shepherd towards the top of the square. It'll bounce into the waiting arms of Jennings. Jennings now kicks for space. Wants Burgess to run onto it, but he overshot the kick. And Huggins got across and took the mark at right half forward.
Need a mark here.
The evangelist, 60 from goal. Puts it to the top of the square. Where's Grumpy? Back there, no. Thompson. Trent stands in front. Takes the mark. And holds it up right on the siren for Leopold. And they take a lead at three-quarter time. 7-7-49. They lead South Barwon 6-8-44.
That third quarter, thanks to Barwon Timber. Geelong owned and operated and building better since 1980. We're here for APCO Cafe 24/7. Win a $1,000 fuel voucher only at APCO South Geelong and Warren Ponds. Back on the other side of this, Leopold by 5. Live, breathe, K-Rock footy.
Geelong's favourite way to wake up.
So if you have trouble bending straight,
I'm gonna shoot my shot. The whistle has blown. United we stand. We'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all. This is our time. You know what it is. Now we taking what's mine. One, we'll never give up. Are you ready to win? We'll fight to the end. Now it's time to defend. It's a game of survival. I'm gonna shoot my shot. The whistle has blown. United we stand. We'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all.
Torquay Road.
Your dream home is closer than you think with Metricon, Australia's #1 home builder. With our fast track program, your contract is ready in 7 days and you can get to site in as little as 16 weeks. Plus, you can receive an upfront and transparent fast track saving on your stunning Metricon design. Contact us to see if you qualify and move in faster than you thought possible. Metricon, love where you live. Terms and conditions apply. CDBU 52967.
Harvey Norman, the home of king-size TVs. Bigger is better. Immerse yourself in the incredible viewing experience of a king-size TV. All the leading brands: Samsung, LG, Sony, Hisense and TCL. Whether it's game day, movie night or a binge weekend, enjoy spectacular clarity and detail with resolutions from 4K to 8K and screen sizes up to a massive 100-inch. Connect more, see more and do more with a king-size TV featuring the very latest in smart technology. See the specialists in king-size TVs at Harvey Norman now. Your locally owned and operated Harvey Norman, Corio and Warn Ponds.
Since a bloke named Bill started cutting timber in a mill back in 1980, Barwon Timber's been the builder's best mate ever since. Whether you're stick framing or need prefab frames and trusses, Barwon Timber's got what you need for every building stage. Geelong owned and operated with trade quality products in stock, ready to go. Barwon Timber, Fellmongers Road, Breakwater. The team that builders just keep coming back for.
I'm going down to Barwon Timber.
Thanks to our #1 ticket holder, APCO. Fueled by APCO Cafe 24/7.
Three-quarter time here at McDonald Reserve, and we're in for a grandstand final quarter between the grand finalists of the last 2 years, 7-7-49. The lines of Leopold, South Barwon, 6-8-44. Leopold led by 24 points when Brislane Gold 12 minutes in. It was the first score of the quarter, so it was a real arm wrestle up until then. But goals to Burke, Elzinger, that's Tom Burke, his first career goal. Elzinger and Caldu mean that we are within 5 points of each other at this final change. We'll get to Matt Kershaw in a minute, but time to go around the grounds. Earlier today, the Giants 1-10 defeated Carlton 82 at Marvel Stadium. First of two games at Marvel today. North Melbourne and Collingwood tonight is expected to almost sell out Marvel Stadium, while Hawthorn and Brisbane at the MCG bounces in about 5 minutes from now. VFLW, Geelong 24, lost to Essendon 64 at Deakin Uni. Rest of the GFNL, where there are only 4 other games today. Joey's in St Mary's next Sunday for Big Freeze Geelong. What are the scores, Jace?
Yes, Bell Park 40 lead Geelong West 27. Colac 84 lead Lara 17. Newtown 59 lead St Albans 40. And Grovedale 90 lead North Shore 16.
Ballerine round 7?
Yes, round 7 in the Ballerine. Drysdale playing Torquay. It is, waiting for the scores. Caller, please hold. Drysdale 61, Torquay 40. Geelong Amateur 93, Ocean Grove 23, Montawari 51, Barwon Heads 32, Queenscliff 115, Port Arlington 30, and Anglesea 50, Newcombe 33.
And GDFNL round 7?
Yes, Anarchy 77, lead Werribee 65, Corio 63, Trail Bell Post Hill 90, North Geelong 54, lead Winchelsea 45, East Geelong 62, lead Inverleigh 40, Thompson 51, lead Bannockburn 36, and Geelong West 47, lead Belmont 46.
Give you that, Jace. Third quarter was an arm wrestle for the first half. The game opened up a bit and South actually took advantage of it, but they find themselves now having to try and win the game, being 5 points down but kicking into the breeze, Kirsch.
Yeah, that's right, Kingy. And look, as we said, there was a couple of scrappy goals in that, but it's a day where chaos is going to get you some shots on goal, and that's exactly what happened. It wasn't until Caldo really marked and kicked that long bomb goal that was really only a goal with fluency. But to Leopold's credit, they defended pretty well because they had 15 inside forward 50s that quarter, South Barwon, so they had enough shots on, well, enough opportunities to have shots on goal, but only managed the 3 goals won. So 4 shots from their 15 entries, and Leopold really defended that outer side really well. It took until obviously that last 6 to 8 minutes before South Barwon got themselves back in that game. Still want to see one side take the game on, this top side, where you want to win the game of footy and try and get some fluency in your game. I know the breeze is a little bit restrictive, but you can still get it out here. All the other key stats are pretty close. 10-9 in favour of South Barwon. Clearances that quarter. Marks inside forward 50 went South Barwon's way, as you'd expect, with the breeze, and intercept marks were pretty even, 3 apiece. So the game's there. It's pretty much even Stevens across the board. That's just what opportunities you can take inside forward 50, and South Barwon have to make the most of every opportunity they get the ball inside forward 50.
Leopold in position, crowd leaving the ground. South South Barwon have just broken now. Jane Birch is down boundary side for us for Leopold Sporties, and we'll look to try and get Mark Neild for a quick couple of words as he makes his way from the ground. Birchie, we might head down to you in just a moment to see Neildy providing some final instructions before he leaves the ground. Birchie, have you been able to wrangle Neildy away for a quick couple of words? Down to you.
Yeah, Neildy, a massive task ahead, obviously, having to play into the breeze, but using the ball, carefully and taking care, obviously, with it is going to be the key this quarter.
No, we're just going for it. Chaos ball. We're just going to run, see what happens, and kick the crap out of the ball.
Okay, perfect. Good luck. All right.
Thank you, Birchie.
That's all right.
We might see some topside play there.
That is Neildy at his best.
I'm surprised he stayed up in the box today.
Well, it's
He
too
might
cold
be
for him.
Yeah,
He's
that's
getting
what I
old.
did think as well.
I look forward to Neildy post-game.
Post-game, yeah. I'll think of my questions carefully for those ones.
7-7-49, 6-8-44. Final quarter action upon us. Thanks to Zambrero. It's Feel Good Max. Geez, it was good in the box. That spicy cauliflower burrito is an absolute cracker. Here's Jace to get us underway. Final term.
Bumstead gets it down for Leopold through the middle. Thompson's handball was great to over the top to Porter. He gets it to Wagner. He got it on the outboard to Brislane, who spears the pass into Riley Stone to finish it off and go with goal. And he goes and he kicks it. And Leopold kicked the first of the final term. And that took 20 seconds in this final quarter. And they take the lead out to 8-7-55. They lead South Barwon 6-8-44. Zambrero K-Rock final quarter scoreboard.
Yeah, well, what happened there, it was such a good clearance and so clean that the wingers had to come off their defensive spot and at least impact the contest. It let Brislane out on the outer and he got the ball inside forward 50 pretty quick. So good, quick start by Leopold. Clean hands, clean possession, ball inside. What a surprise. Played a little bit of the top side and corridor and look what happens.
I reckon Stone's opponent in Tom Burke slipped over back at centre half back, which opened the door slightly. Bumstead doing the ruck work against Callett. Callett had stolen away. Porter, though, just couldn't take it cleanly when he did reef it out of the palm of Ben Callett. And we'll get another stoppage as Callett dives back on the loose footy. Still in the centre wicket area where it's been an absolute glue pot after a little bit of rain overnight. Chance for Palmy Pollock to go off the ground. He had a fresh air. Callett picked it up out of the glue pot and then got picked up himself, Bumstead and Porter. Sounds like my legal representatives are able to wrap him up.
Ball back in the middle. Callett got it down. Todd White put the tackle on. Marcus Thompson falls towards Harry Cunningham. Wheeled in the tackle by Billy Ritchie. And not going anywhere, just outside the glue pot now.
Of course, South without Doyle Madigan today would have loved these conditions.
Oh, yes, imagine him in the middle. That would be great. Bumstead got it down. And that's a little bit of WWE there for the number ones, Harry Cunningham. And Mitch Burgess also in there. And Bumstead pulls off the ball by Callett. Marcus Thompson pushed past the football by Pollock. And a little bit of rugby scrum action going on at the moment. Another ball up, centre wing on the outer side. And it's going to be Bumstead goes up this time and tries to get it down to Porter. He's over the top of it. Oh, it's real little scrum style now. Pretty boring, actually, and King's going to get it out of here on centre wing.
When I come back, I want to come back as Tom Bartlett because I want that hairdo.
Well, it's a good hairdo, isn't it?
Yeah. Back in the middle, Marcus Thompson will jam it on the boot, send it forward inside, forward 50 to land at the bootlaces of Tyler Watts, who just tried to palm it into the path of a teammate. Couldn't do so successfully. Goff tried to knock it on to Boris. Brought down. Brislane ragdolled him in a good tackle. And we'll get a stoppage about 40 metres out from the Leopold goal, right forward pocket. 8-7-55, 6-8-44. Leopold looking to maintain their hold over the men from McDonald Reserve. Watts winning the tap down. Thompson at pace through the stoppage. Couldn't take the footy with him. Might have been held up. Scott trying to get a handball away. Can't. Taking in the tackle. Sam James in the unfamiliar number 19. The half-time jumper replacement. Forces another stoppage. Watts the tap down this time. Trying to get it into the path of a teammate. Pollock has got it. Can't palm off Marcus Thompson. He brings him to ground and we'll get another stoppage in the right forward pocket. 55-44. 3.5 minutes played in this final term. Barwon Foods time clock sells the freshest fish direct to you. Donga Road, North Geelong.
Callett got it down, side of the pack. Number of players around it. Sam Scott over the top of it. He can't go anywhere because Ethan Boris and Lockie Wiedemann wrap him up. Umpire Douglas to throw the ball in the air, deep into attack for Leopold. Number of hands in there. Sam Scott puts a tackle on. And Umpire to come in and do a bit more work after he gets past Billy Ritchie, who only walked back into him. Ball handed back now. Still 35 out from goal. Watts, Callett tried to make some space for him to go and do some ruck work. Couldn't do so effectively. And I'm smelling a free kick here, because this will be annoying umpire Douglas too. He wants to get the play going here. Ball up. Watts gets it down. Porter. Handball was slick on the outside to Thompson. Oh, he went over the top. And might be Wiedemann in a bit of trouble in back play. Birchie keep an eye on that for St John of God. Close to the boundary line in the right forward pocket for Leopold. Ball shuffled back. Brisbane can't keep that in. The umpire says throw it in. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Marcus Thompson, like Timmy Watson, hurdling the pack in that night final back in the early 80s for Essendon. He's okay, I think, Lockie Wiedemann. He was very slow to his feet for St John of God Hospital. Keep an eye on him, Birchie, just to see how he is. Watts front position in the ruck contest. Quick kick out of the pack. That might have been Wiedemann throwing it on the boot towards half-back. Caldew came up and took it as it bounced at its highest point, but then he was brought to ground and we've got another stoppage. Actually, it's Caldew actually running away from the pack. Who's at the bottom of that pack? Looks like it might have been Paddy Cunningham. Ball up. Bumstead winning the tap down this time. Clearing kick, Boris threw it on the boot to the wing, and Sheehan, judging it best, just able to work Caldew under the footy. Took the mark and will look to send Leopold back from whence it came. Inside forward 50. Watts tried to get a hand on it, couldn't take it cleanly. Pitcher tight against the boundary line. Handball. Scott confronted, couldn't keep it alive, but Leopold are happy with it there. Deep in their right forward pocket. Southern end of the ground, the Clairvaux end. They lead by 11, and we've gone 6 minutes in a final quarter that, other than the goal in the opening 20 seconds from Riley Stone, has delivered very much nothing other than dower.
So Watts gets it down. Boris roves at the side of the pack. Ball spilt free. Handball across the face of goal. And Burke wrapped up. Stopped in the tackle. And we'll have a ball up there on the left forward pocket for Leopold. Watson Callett.
Oh, we've got an absolute belter at Godfrey Street. The City Tigers 52, the Country Tigers, I suspect, with the Breeze 49.
Scott gets the kick around the corner, top of the square. Falls okay for Brisbane. Gives it away to Burgess. Mitchie tries to get away. His handball was chopped off. Goes back towards Brisbane. He goes into the pocket with the handball. Boris, has he given away a free kick for over the shoulder? He has. And they're not happy about it. Harry Cunningham's come in as well. And Brislane's there. Oh, Pepper. Surprise, surprise. Andrew Pepper's there. And I think the free kick's going to be Brislane's, is it? I'm not sure. No, it might be Tate Porter, who is one of those people that you can't call Porter. It's Tate Porter. And he will take the free kick from about 40 out on the boundary line. But we'll have no problems with the distance. It'll be a question of accuracy for Tate Porter. He comes in now, measures the kick and goals. That's a great kick from Tate Porter. Metricon goal of the day contender from Tate Porter. And he has just about put it together, I think. And he kicks his first of the afternoon, 9-7-61. They lead South Barwon 6-8-44. Zambrero K-Rock, final quarter scoreboard. Zambrero, feel good max.
Yeah, terrific work by Leopold just to keep it locked in their forward 50. You know, they're happy with the repeat stoppages no matter where it is in the ground, and they're probably the best in the business at it, particularly this time of the game, or this stage of the game. And they did that till they gave themselves some opportunities for at least a shot on goal or a free kick, which came, or any opportunity they got, and that's exactly what they do best.
Steamatic standout might take a bit of thought this afternoon.
Tough one today.
Kirsch. Same with you, Birchie, with the Leopold Sporties player of the day. Steamatic, your disaster restoration expert. Riley Stone coming off the edge of the centre square from centre half forwards, brought down in a tackle by Richardson, and we'll get another stoppage at the edge of the centre wicket area. Bumstead palmed it down. Richardson lost it in the tackle. Oh, taken high. That's a free kick, surely, Riley Stone, who has had an influence on this contest. We'll send it inside forward 50. A long, high ball. Giddings, his target, one-on-one. Well played by Stevenson, who was able to knock it towards the goal line and might have hit the left-hand behind post and will be a boundary throw-in. So that's actually a good result for Leopold, that they'll get a stoppage here. Deep inside forward 50, and you suspect that maybe one more will kill this off as a contest, and Leopold will square their ledger at 3-3. Boundary throw-in. Watts winning the palm down. Wagner through the contest was being harassed and couldn't get his hands on the footy, appealing for a free kick that will never come. Wombat Gully Plant Farm being kept company there by Todd White. is not an easy task for any offensive player with Todd White, who very good offensively himself, but also very good defensively.
So boundary throw in. Watts gets it down, side of the pack. Thompson and Williamson go at it. Lockie Wiedemann, left foot clearing, kick to half back, needs a mark, didn't get one. Sheehan's there, Caldo as well, falls to the back towards Connor Wiedemann. Fraser Fort can't keep it in. And he sees it over at a right half back for South Barwon. So we'll have a throw in. Further around from the Leopold goal, they lead by 17. 9.5 played in this final term. Boundary throw in. Kellett in front Bumstead. Thompson wrapped up, and the umpire will come in. And this will be happy for the Lions, as Kirsch said all day, just to wrap up the play and hold it up in their forward line.
Trent West 117 here. That might be under some sort of threat.
Well, we're going to see this for the next 20 minutes, I can guarantee you.
Bumstead being held onto by Kellett, won the tap. Now through the pack, Porter jams it on the boot, inside forward 50, and the mark is taken. Tyler Watts in front, first to move, Tim McGrath style. And it'll be a shot at goal that will put this one to bed. Chance for the former Giant, made the move in the off-season as part of a departure of numerous players with links to the southwest of the state. Many of them have headed back to the southwest. Tyler Watts has basically just headed down Port Arlington Road in the green and gold. Didn't play last week. Pulled out of the contest by Werribee as a carryover, and from directly in front has given his team a very handy 23-point lead. They moved to 10-7-67 on the final quarter. Zambrero, feel-good mech scoreboard. South Barwon a 6-8-44 in the expert share for the Sporting Globe. Matt Kershaw, is that game over?
Absolutely it is. You know, we said about their ability to slow the game down and particularly repeat stoppages, but when they do have the opportunity to clear the ball from a stoppage, it usually results in a score in that area of the ground, and that's exactly what they did. Clearance, mark inside forward 50, go back and finish off with a goal. They've just got the ability to do it either way, offensively or defensively, and now I reckon we'll see them shut the game completely down.
So back to the middle. Handy lead now for the Lions. Watts, last goal scorer, goes up in the ruck. James is there as well for South Barwon. Tries to get it out. Thompson in there also, and Tyler Watts comes in and puts a bear hug on Sam James. So the umpire with a bit more work to do in the middle. Puts it in the air. Watts got a second tap to it. Williamson nearly went off the ground right in the middle of the McDonald Reserve. There's lots of players in there with a heavy ball trying to get it out. The umpire tries to move it a couple of metres outside that mud. Through the middle was Richardson for South Barwon. He's not going anywhere, and as Kirsch said, this is good for Leopold. They're happy to be doing this. Played 12 minutes in this final term, Barwon Foods final quarter time clock, and it is Leopold by 23.
Ball into the air again for Watts and Kellett. They nullify each other. The roving done there by Pollock, who jammed it on the boot towards, or rather Richardson jammed on the boot towards right half forward. Matthews on hands and knees for Leopold, tried to get it out towards McLean. Haven't caught a lot of Lockie McLean, the youngster, this afternoon. And we'll get a ball up just outside the centre square between wing and half forward. South, a rare foray forward of midfield, or the midpoint of the ground for them in this final term. Burgess onto the loose footy, just jams it on the boot. A tumbling punt kick that goes about 35 metres, sits on its point, taken nicely by Ash. Handball release. Williamson kept running. He got a handball on the bounce. Scott, kick around the corner, sitting under it. Brislane, the youngster, just couldn't make it. Now loose footy. He'll run away from Goff. Tighten the pocket. Handball. Richie confronted. Got a handball back to the voice of Sam Scott. Sam Scott over his left shoulder. Will it have the carry? I reckon it does. Sam Scott's put this one to bed. The veteran with his second. He loves it too. And the Lions now lead by a game high 29 points. The man they call Box, he's got two, and there is life in those old legs. Metricon goal of the day. Metricon, visit the multi-award winning Metricon display and finds for just off the Hamilton Highway. Leopold 11-7-73. South Barwon 6-8-44 on the Zambrero final quarter. Feel Good Mex scoreboard.
Yeah, well, Sammy Scott was the one who actually kicked it out wide to Brislane, and he followed up his kick, got to the fall of the ball with it, helped him out, got on the handball receive and got himself a goal just through his hard work. You're right, his old legs carried him through, and he'd be wrapped with that one, Sammy Scott.
Back to the middle, Callett. Watts gets it down again, tries to get it out of the mud. Ball spills free towards half forward for Leopold. Handball at the back. Comes out towards Brislane again, kicks it out of mid-air. Richie, handball back, did well to get it to Brislane over the top towards Scott. Oh, nearly had it again. Ball spills free, Box gets it over the top. Might fall into the arms. It does. Kick around the corner. Brislane again. I don't think that was 15. The umpire says no. And it will be a ball up about 15 out from the Leopold goal.
Right forward pocket, southern end of the ground. Callett on the tap down, it'll roll towards the goal line, and Thompson trying to keep it alive next to the right-hand goal post. It hasn't gone over yet, and now it is a rush behind, and the margin is 30. So they'll need to find 5 goals in a bit now, South Barwon, and they've only kicked 6 until the 15-minute mark on the Barwon Foods time clock of the last quarter.
Evangelist kicks it in. Boris tries to tap it on because he was second there to the ball, and it is off hands and out of bounds for a throw-in.
Why kick out there?
Not sure.
Come on, go to the top side. You've got to kick 5 goals.
Yeah, 30 points. You've got to
come to the top side. Try and give yourselves at least a chance to win this game.
You might as well lose by 10 goals now, doesn't matter.
Absolutely, you might. You know, Neil said at three-quarter time they were going to go for it. Well, we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen them attack the corridor or the top side at all today.
Callett gets it down. Cunningham got a clearing kick back towards centre wing. Caldu can't take the mark. Off hands towards Pepper. He gets it towards centre half forward for Leopold. Punched away. Front of the pack, Scott to run onto it, and also Shepherd's there, punches it clear on centre wing, just keeps it in front of himself. He's surrounded by Leopold players, but he's going to get a hold, I think, and get a free kick. He will on centre wing for South Barwon.
Sam Scott didn't actually need to do that. He had the help coming across, but that is old legs.
He's like, slow down, will you?
Yeah. So kick towards half forward and sitting underneath it. Oh, dropping what he should have taken was Pollock. It's going to spill for Caldu. He's sore after that. Try and keep an eye on him. Birchie, Noble with the footy. Trent Thompson holds him up. And this is the first time in 16 minutes that South Barwon have been inside forward 50 in this final term. Tapped down by Bumstead. And underneath that pack is Cunningham. It's an interesting dynamic, the Bumstead-Watts one. Just in terms, can they both play in the same side? Because they're both really genuine ruckman, Kirsch.
They are indeed, but look, it's worked okay today, and Tyler Watts has got that ability to rover around the ground and kick goals and get forward, so yeah, I think there's games where it can work and there's games where it probably can't work.
Ball moved towards centre half forward for South Barwon. Bumstead up against Callett, goes in the arms of Harry Cunningham, tried to get the handball towards Boris. Burgess got a clearing kick for Leopold, out wide, just creates a bit of space for the piano tuner to give it away to Burgess again, who followed up, goes along the boundary line with the kick. Goff couldn't get a hand to it, needed some support, got some in Shepherd. He kicks it around the corners, okay. Richardson takes the mark, just play on, mate, you're 30 points behind.
Go.
Yep, up you go. He goes now with the kick towards half forward, over the back, Pepper. Told Lockie Noble all about it too as he pushed it over the boundary line. And it will be a throw in at right half forward for South Barwon.
Draw opens up for Leopold too, and this is no disrespect, but they've got Lara, Grovedale, St Albans over the next 3 weeks. They'll start favourites in all 3 before playing Bell Park at home on what is their past Players' Day. So next time we see Leopold, we'll be at that game against the Dragons. They'll probably be 6-3 from the ball up. And we've got another stoppage because the ball got forward, but Noble has Andrew Pepper. That Wombat Gully Plant Farm matchup has worked a treat for Leopold this afternoon.
Absolutely has.
He's blanketed Lockie Noble this afternoon. Hasn't been great conditions for anybody in the forwards. Kick around the corner. Wiedemann, a bouncing ball. Caldu came up and met it. Got a handball away somehow. Here's Noble on cue. Quick left foot snap, and that has bounced through, I reckon. Or did Brislane get a piece of it? Brislane claims he touched it. Goal umpire says differently. And a snap around the body there from Lockie Noble. pulls the margin back to 24 and breathes some life into this contest 18 minutes into the final term. Zambrero, feel-good next scoreboard. Leopold, 11.874. South Barwon, 7.850. Lockie Noble with his first of the afternoon. 140 of his career, by the way.
Yeah, look, they need to be doing a lot more than what they're doing at the moment. They've only the 3 inside forward 50s for the quarter, so that's not much of a, one every 6 minutes at the minute. So they needed to be doing a little bit more. But, one goal can get you back on track and can generate something, so they have to win this clearance. There's no ifs, no buts, get inside forward 50.
Back to the middle, Callett and Bumstead. Both get a handle, or Thompson got one high. The umpire said no, he didn't. And Richardson will give the ball back to the umpire. Bumstead got it down through the middle. White trying to kick it off the ground 3 times, then he just picks it up and kicks it towards half forward. Caldew takes the mark in front of Trent Thompson. Plays on now, 55 out, goes to the pocket. Worked the ball past and close to the boundary line. Oh, gee whiz, Harris Jennings kick around the corner. I don't know how he kept that in, but he did. Butler comes at it. Coming the other way was Ash. And they both get there, and it will be a boundary thrown off hands at right half forward for South Barwon.
One here might make it interesting.
Well, they got the centre clearance that we spoke about. They got it inside the forward 50 that we spoke about. They've just got to generate that goal now, and quick.
Well, you've just got to take a risk, don't you? Boundary throw in. Bumstead doing the ruck work against Callett. Hitting the pack hard was White, but he left the footy behind. Bumstead got the loose footy. Pollock and Callett got him. And we'll get a ball up. Sounds like a sort of indie duo, Pollock and Callett. Playing at sort of the Byron Bay Blues and Roots Festival, you would have thought. Quick kick out of the pack by Stone, rolls towards the boundary line, picked up by Burke, slipped over, but then got a handball on the up, but under pressure Richardson had it knocked from his grasp, rather Huggins I should say, and they're out here. Leopold, Ash, Stone, just outside 50, sends a long ball, Pitcher from behind, one-hander, reeled in by Daniel Pitcher's a Hamlin hanger. Wow. Might have done Ethan Boris out of mark of the day. Daniel Pitcher with a party favour.
Oh, gee whiz, has his glue stick for a hand.
Wow. 35 out directly in front. Not a noted goal kicker. As I touched on earlier when he was having a shot, just 20 in 120 games. But this, to see off South Barwon, and Dan Pitcher has shredded it. Hamlin Holmes has a new custom home in Torquay, open by appointment. And he has the Hamlin hanger, Dan Pitcher. That's an absolute cracker of a mark. And a nice finish as well to boot. And Leopold again lead by 30. 12.880 plays 7.850. And they're again, it looks like, going to keep South Barwon under 10 goals. And that has been key to Leopold's recent dominance, Kirsch, for the Sporting Globe.
Absolutely it has. And you can just see there at certain times in the game, crucial moments that, they've just got that pace on the outside. Williamson just that run and carry and gets the ball. They break it open. Riley Stone, quick ball in. You said he's not a noted goal kicker. I don't think he's a noted one-hand marker either, but he done really well there, Pitcher, and put the game to bed.
Bumstead got it down towards Stone. He followed up too, Big Kyle, and he gets tackled in the middle by Callett, his opposite number. Not going anywhere. The umpire will ball it up just on the side of the centre circle. Through the middle, Porter breaks a couple of tackles. Handball on the outboard. Brislane on centre wing. Gets it now long inside 50 mark. Sam Scott stands in front and takes the grab. And will shoot for goal from 20 out directly in front.
3 goals in a low-scoring contest. That's sort of Leopold's Sporties areas. Virtue's got to be thinking about the veteran.
Nah, we're not giving it to Box. We always give it to him. He's too good a player. Stop it. We need to give it to somebody else. Although, you know what? I reckon everybody in the Leopold team's probably won one the last 3 years.
Probably right. Except Connor Giddings, who works there.
Sammy Scott comes in and kicks the goal. Puts both arms up in the air and goes, that's my third. And that is the nail in the coffin. 13.886. They lead South Barwon 7.850. Zambrero K-Rock. Final quarter scoreboard. And the experts chair for the Sporting Globe. He's back. Eat, drink, sport. Kirsch.
Yeah, what I've liked about Leopold's game today, we know how good they are on the inside, but they've sort of owned the outside a little bit. Brislane, these type of players, Wall's been really good. Just getting the ball to the outside and using it inside forward 50, they've been pretty good on the outside all day.
Tim Connolly about to tip Luke Kelly out of the job.
Absolutely.
Luke who?
Luke Kelly will be enjoying this wherever he's listening or watching, as we've got a ball up forward. It's gone into the middle, brought down in a Marcus Thompson tackle and going nowhere. So the hold continues. 8th consecutive victory over South Barwon incoming for the Polders. Tapped down by Bumstead, trying to clear Harry Cunningham. Just threw it on the boot of Barrel. It's going to work out okay. Onto the chest of Hughes. Haven't caught a lot of him in the second half. Handball wide to White. White at the point of the square, right half forward. Drives it into the right forward pocket, looking for Connor Wiedemann, just out of his grasp. It rolls into the cricket net area in the northeastern pocket at the city end of the ground, and we'll get it hurled back into play at the 23.5-minute mark. Sun setting into the west. As the days get shorter, we're still 4 weeks away from the shortest day of the year. And then it's happy smiles for everybody as the days start to get longer.
Boundary throw in over the head of Bumstead and goes into the arms of Burgess. He gets a clearing kick. Giddings in front of Goff. And on the ground as well, Connor Giddings rides the bar. Oh, that's a good tackle in the end. The ball spills free into the arms of Goff. He just gets a quick kick into the middle. Might fall for Pup. Thompson's handball just under pressure. The piano tuner through traffic, through the handball out, but only as far as Lockie Wiedemann. His kick was smothered. Goes towards Harry Cunningham. He gets tackled as well, not going anywhere. And the umpire will come in and ball it up just forward of the centre circle for Leopold.
Thompson's tipped over Bannockburn by 2 points.
Oh.
7-10 to 6-14.
Oh.
That surely is over because they all start 10 minutes earlier. Bumstead with a bit of momentum won the tap down. Clearing kick came from Cunningham. Rolling ball towards half forward. Sheehan there for Leopold. Couldn't take it. Noble got a handball. Caldo tried to duck under the Jennings tackle. That might be holding the ball. Well, if you choose to duck under...
Absolutely.
...and take the tackle on... That's your prior opportunity, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was a great call not to give high, but yes, the call should have been holding the ball.
Umpire John Reeves puts it into the air. Bumstead grabbed it out of the ruck and then jammed it on the boot. It'll roll towards the boundary line. Billy Clark will track it, try to run away from Huggins. Didn't run away from him. He got a kick on the boot, put it into the path of Watts. It eluded him. Goff will be first there. He'll have time to get a handball off. Stevenson under pressure, dragged down as he kicked, but he got a good one away to Hughes, who marks it right half back.
Goes now Hughes with the kick towards centre wing. Oh, that's a good mark too by Elzinger. Gives the handball to Boris. He's handball further afield. Connor Wiedemann, 60 from goal. Goes to the pocket. Holds up though. Trent Thompson read it the better. And he takes the mark in front of the cricket pitch area and just the Monday to Friday chipper. Just goes to Marcus Thompson, switches the play. Dangerous kick to Pepper. The condiment under pressure. He got the handball away, got some time and space. Oh, Jet Matthews with a little bit of candy from the K-Rock zone. Oh, it fell into the arms of Brislane.
Tripped himself, Jet.
In front of the best seats of the house, thanks to Apco Cafe 24/7.
Brislane with it at right half back and will look to keep it along the wing. He went looking for Billy Clark. Kick did him no favours. Spissed it out of bounds by Connor Wiedemann, Lockie Wiedemann, and we'll get it hurled into play at true centre wing. This one's done and dusted at the 26-minute mark of the final term. South Barwon 7-8-50, Leopold 13-8-86. Final quarter action thanks to Zambrero. Feel Good Mex, Geelong West, Torquay and Ocean Grove. Got to say, I've tried all three of them, and they're all fantastic. Tapped down by Watts, fisted away by Fort, but only into the path of Burgess. Here out on the outside of the right boots, Billy Ritchie, long ball, Bumstead the target. Two Swans get there to spoil, but they only knock it into the path. Scott tight in the pocket outside of the right boot. Oh, he hasn't, has he? He has! Kicked the Metricon goal of the day. He's got 4, and he might be off to the Leopold Sporties as well. He's gone with the outside of the right boot in the left forward pocket and kicked an absolute jaffa. Those old legs just keep working. 14-8-92, 7-8-50. And Metricon have got the multi-award winning Metricon display and fines for just off the Hamilton Highway. 14-8-92, 7-8-50, thanks to Zambrero.
Yeah, poorly set up defensively around the structure then of the stoppage was South Barwon. They allowed Mitch Burgess to sit 10 metres off the stoppage in the corridor. All they had to do was win the clearance and get it to him, and that's exactly what happened. Game over. Once you get the ball in Mitch Burgess's hands, off the back of a stoppage, 10 to 15 metres clear, look out, and that's what happened.
Back in the middle now. I go again. Leopold forward. Inside 50. Something going on behind the play. We'll keep an eye on that. The ball to Boris, who breaks free and takes a bounce on half back. Goes through centre wing with the kick. In towards the middle of the ground. Handball by Noble back. Was okay. They got it out wide, but too wide. Caldu not going to be able to keep that in. And it's out of bounds on the full. It's going to be a free kick to Mitch Burgess at half back for Leopold.
This is his 30th kick, I reckon. He's been everywhere today, Mitch.
He's had a wonderful season, Mitch Burgess. coming off 32 last week against the Mariners. He's actually befuddled himself here. Went to take off. You'll get it back from Trent Thompson. It's actually worked out beautifully. And then he's dinked a kick into the middle to Watts, who's taken the mark. Edge of the centre wicket area. He'll come from one edge of the centre wicket to the other to Pepper. Pepper's got a bit of time and space, and he's driving it long inside forward. 50. Clark, his target, too much on the kick. Huggins judged it best. Pepper's in now into a wrestle. It's taken till the 28-minute mark of the final quarter for Andrew Pepper to really get himself hot under the collar. The ball's at left half back. Cunningham's not aware of what's coming, and Brislane running down from behind. He gobbled him up like Pac-Man.
Ed, I've liked his game today, Brislane. I thought he's been a bit sort of getting himself into the game the last couple of games I've seen him, but today he's been terrific.
Goes with a handball out wide, and then the ball comes back in towards Stevenson. Oh, Scott again. Right foot kick from 45 out, goes across the face of goal. 2-on-1. The one is Goff. He wants to see the boundary line, does he? He wants to keep it in, or he runs across the face of goal. And dangerous, but okay. South Barwon come top side. Oh, going up was the Undertaker. He couldn't take the mark. Ball off the hands and out of bounds for throwing it right half forward for Leopold.
Is that a case of the Undertaker going over the top?
Oh, very nice. How are we going today? This is good. Boundary throw in right half forward. Mercy rule now, please. We have played a 29.5 in this final term.
There should be a rule, if the result's beyond doubt at 4:40, just blow the siren. Absolutely. We don't need to be here any later than 4:40. That's 2.5 hours.
That's enough. Come on.
Hate to lose top 5 by 0.3%.
Oh, well, too bad. Should be in front further.
There should be a 4:40 rule. Nothing good happens after 4:40.
It's like midnight.
Yeah. On a footy field, nothing good after 4:40. There's a bit going on in back play. There's a bit of a wrestle going on. There's two packs of players, one involved in a wrestle and another with the footy, and that's Chris Hughes, who's had the ball taken off him by umpire Hitchcock, who quickly throws it into the air. That'll sort the players out. Tap down by Connor Wiedemann, who has done some ruck work. Porter on the outside of the right boot. Scott overran the footy for Leopold. Diving in there, Sam James, who hasn't been as omnipresent in the second half as he was in the first. Maybe the change in numbers done him in. Marcus Thompson's almost picked up by Fraser Ford. Sort of like a... I can't say that.
Potts gets it down in the middle. And Fraser Ford is going up in the ruck against him there.
Sometimes the gateway is good. You've got to engage the brain before opening the mouth.
Done. Well played. Wiedemann Connor up against Watts. Goes into Pollock's arms. He's not going anywhere. A little bit of a dance with Pup. And 30.5 played. Mercy rule now. Watts gets it down. Oh, Pup, take Porter. Beautifully roved. Top of the square. Over the back of the pack now towards Giddings. He runs through the traffic. And a free kick might be too high, I think. And... it will be a free kick to the Evangelist, who takes it and runs away, goes to the outer side. Centre wing. Oh, that's a good mark. Very good mark. Matt Keldu against Thompson. They've had a great battle all day. And
might have got a poke in the eye for his...
might do for his trouble. And the footy's over on the boundary line, so he's going to have to go and get that.
None of his teammates went to go and get it for him.
Thanks for that, boys. And at the back end of centre wing, Matty Keldu will kick the ball for South Barwon.
We've gone 31.5 minutes almost on the Barwon Foods final quarter time clock. Short kick onto the chest of Boris, who had a real purple patch during the second quarter with a couple of goals and a Hamlin hanger contender. He goes short to Cunningham, who's becoming a very reliable citizen for the Swans. Outside of the right boot, a high, long ball. Harris Jennings from 3 deep, but Caldu had got forward and takes a really nice mark. That's a Hamlin hanger contender from the skipper, but it's all too little too late from the inspirational leader of the Swans. He just sets it up inside 50. Fraser Ford, his target over the top. Big fly Elsinger in front of the pack. Porter was clean. A handball to Pepper. Pepper a short kick to Stone, who's worked back to help out. And they'll look to come broadcast side, or will they look to go back towards the Reynolds Road side of the ground? They'll stay broadcast side. Stone, well, that was a sort of a no-look kick. Oh, Burgess dropped what he should have taken. Umpire blew the whistle, but then called play on. Porter, a little give and go with Burgess. Boris only ran him down. Handball to Thompson. Handball just out of the reach of Stone. Scott went down low, got the footy. That was a similar move to what he did last week and found himself with a reprimand, and now he fights off Boris. Oh, he's playing on the edge. Sammy Scott with 4 goals. He loves it.
So Boundary's throwing right in front of the best seats in the house, thanks to APCO Cafe 24/7.
There'll be some good Pixel Sports media images out of that.
Be all over it. Mike Dugdale, who? It's all about Jason Boris. Ball. Oh, Marcus Thompson through the pack. Can't take it. Siren finished. Leopold continue on their winning ways. 14-8-92. Defeated South Barwon 7-8-50.
The hold continues over South Barwon. 8 consecutive wins over the men in red, white and blue for the men in green and gold. And they just can't find a way to break down the Leopold defence. Fraser Fort and Andrew Pepper, I think, in just a little exchange there that I don't think was where are we heading out for a couple of quiet ones later. And then Logan Wagner's just come in to diffuse the situation. Fraser Fort shaking his head, far from happy with the situation. But Leopold will be more than impressed that they have picked up their 3rd win of the season. After losing to St Mary's by 11 points, it just appeared that their quest for 3 consecutive premierships was just spluttering a little bit. But with the run they've got over the next month, they can now start to set themselves up leading into the second half of the season. They improved to 3-3 and they pick up some percentage. South Barwon now also 3-3. Their percentage of 237 will take a little bit of a hit. And they too find themselves in that very strong muck of teams that are vying for top 5. Jane Birch is down boundary side and will make your way to one of the victorious Leopold players for a quick couple of words. Follow the polders to the rooms for a song, and then we'll speak with both the interim coach.
I'm gonna shoot my shot, the whistle has blown. United we stand, we'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all. This is our time, you know what it is. Now we take you what's mine. One, we'll never give up. Are you ready to win? We'll fight to the end. Now it's time to defend. It's a game of survival. I'm gonna shoot my shot. The whistle has blown. United we stand. We'll never go down. I'm gonna give it all.
Just coming here and think it's just going to happen. We need to play our best footy, and we're fortunate enough today. We're going to get our game going. We spoke about